Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
With American Home Shield, you can now video chat with live repair experts for help with home fixes over the phone. American Home Shield. Don't worry, be warranty. Visit ahs.com/listen for 20% off any plan.
Available as a benefit with select plans.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us. We will spend...
Woo!
We will spin a category.
Get it going.
I know, bro. You're fired up today.
Yeah. Sun's a shining, wheels are spinning.
That's all it takes. Sun comes out, Ted is on it. So we will spin the category wheel, and then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Nick, who thought lickety-split was a sex move. Thank you, Eric. And found a way to answer 10 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration.
To be a contestant to play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
The pressure on data centers has never been greater. Whether you're expanding capacity, supporting AI workloads, or building new facilities, Graybar works alongside you with the solutions, specialists, and logistics expertise you need today. We help you power performance every step of the way, so your operation is ready now. Yep, Graybar does that.
On the Powers That Be podcast, we examine the players and currents behind today's most consequential decisions. Join us. Listen to the Powers That Be wherever you get your podcasts.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Hello, Patrols, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4512. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The head chef is back in the house.
Yes,
Ted's
sir.
Meat and Potatoes has states with the best foods.
Correct.
Okay. Different styles.
Different styles. Some of them just have to do with size, I think. So you just get a lot more. But there's a couple in there that you expect, and there's one in there that in the top 5 that just blows my mind.
Have you been to all of these states?
Yeah.
All right.
You've been to each and every one of them.
Correct.
Do you agree with the top 5? Because you've been to a lot of states, so those are the top 5.
So one of the states in the top 5, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel
All right.
about it. Because it has a few cities, and some of the cities have different food.
Well, you'd be surprised. Sometimes you go places and you're like, I cannot believe how good the food is here.
Oh, yeah, for
And,
sure.
I just want to say this real quick, because there's going to be a few states on there that might be personal to Miles or a state I like to visit. They're not saying your food's bad. It's just kind of plain.
Oh, so you have the worst states for food, too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Sorry, Midwest.
Well, it
to say
depends
that in advance.
it depends on what you're looking for.
I mean, look,
it
if you
really
go
does.
to Nebraska and you're looking for something exotic, like, come on.
Yeah.
Right? You know it's not going to be exciting.
I've heard people say that, outside of St. Elmo's Steakhouse, Indiana does not have really good food at all.
No. It's Indiana.
Apparently it's horrible. But then, you go to Ohio. Ohio does not have the worst food. Pennsylvania's got great food.
Sure.
Maryland has great food.
Sure.
Even Delaware has great food because it's on the coast. New Jersey has great food because it's on the coast. Obviously, New York's going to have great food just based on the size of the cities. Maine has great food.
If you like seafood.
Yes. It depends on what you like.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Correct. And you're right. Some of the states in the Midwest are kind of, like Wyoming, like they're just more kind of simple meat and potatoes. And look,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I love a pepperoni roll, but that is like West Virginia's claim to fame.
That's the only food they got.
Right.
I mean, it's a biscuit or it's a pepperoni roll.
Yeah.
It's a bread-based product. Pretty good pizza there because of the Italian population. But, hell, Connecticut supposedly has some of the best pizza in the country. It never gets named.
Nope.
But that's one good thing about Maine.
Because you'd rather be in New York than Connecticut.
Yeah. Not only does Maine have the great seafood, but they have that whole Boston corridor of. They have great pizza up there. They have cheesesteaks up there. They have a ton of great food. I was actually shocked.
I mean, some of the best Portuguese food I've ever had in my life, which I've only had like 3 times, has been in Connecticut.
Huh.
But
That's what I think of.
Me
Connecticut,
too.
Portuguese food, let's go.
yeah. Well, you got to remember, Cape Cod was almost founded by a ton of Portuguese fishermen.
Right.
So they kind of made it inland a little more.
Florida has good food, but in a different way. They kind of what's the best way to put this? They excel in diner culture.
Because everyone from New York moves to Florida.
Much the same as New Jersey. So, I mean, whether you like Perkins or not, they're open 24 hours a day. Whether you like Waffle House or not, they're open 24 hours a day. They have plenty of fish shacks. They've got great pizza because of the East Coast influence.
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, I mean, I've been to Florida, and they also have Louisiana influenced, depending on if you're in the Panhandle or not.
Correct.
So Florida's got a lot of great food too.
There's a lot of good things on the list. And like I said, it's not they're just ranking the best, and then they say the bottom few, whatever. But it's like they're not saying your food's horrible. There's it's kind of plain.
But
and
they're not saying it's horrible.
And you're right. When you talk Nebraska, anything in the Midwest, you're talking mostly meat and potatoes.
Head chef coming up with the states with the best foods. That's coming up to you at 4:30. Oh, want to mention this. Here's a weird one for you, right? So I don't know how long ago this has been, probably 25 or 26 years ago, right? I was working in a radio station, and they wanted to do all of the air personalities as bobbleheads.
Yeah.
Because that was the big deal. And they gave them away, believe it or not, indoor soccer, Major League Indoor Soccer.
And, that gets people to go.
Right. They really wanted these bobbleheads. Jesus Christ. But either way, what they determined they were going to do is make every one of the staff members a member of a band. So if you got the entire set.
Okay.
Like they gave away one person's bobblehead per night. And then if you went there 5 nights, whatever.
What band were you in?
It was just we're all just playing
just
different.
a band.
Right. Like,
okay.
The midday guy was behind a drum kit. He doesn't play drums.
Sure.
They put a guitar in my hand. I did not play a guitar.
Just because everybody else is doing Stolen Valor doesn't make it right, Miles.
I understand that. This was their idea.
What about that Fender jacket?
This was Ed Hale's idea, not mine. But
that explains the indoor
exactly. Did he take that thing bankrupt? But okay, so I bring in this bobblehead
who is playing a guitar,
and I'm playing a guitar, which I do not play. Be kind of like if they put you with a ukulele, you can't play the thing either.
I got some strings down.
All right,
got another lesson tomorrow.
Okay, so we come in here and I'm chopped off at the knees, like this thing has been broke. But they kind of lean me up in the corner of the window.
But it wasn't broken. We just came in one day, and
it was
at
broken.
the ankles.
Yeah.
Correct.
I broke both angles, completely cut off.
But they set it back in the windowsill, just kind of at an angle, and we're all just like, just say, hey, man, sorry I broke the bobblehead. But no one says it.
We posted a picture on the Men's Room Instagram page. It might have
And the Facebook.
And Facebook. And so today we come in, because I was thinking to myself, well, engineering's got everything back there as far as the people who run the radio station from the
technical side of things.
I figured, look, they got super glue, right? I can go in there because Phil's here, so is Patrick. I'll just get some super glue and I'll super glue my legs back on. And then we come in here today and the bobblehead is gone.
Yeah, correct.
It's gone. We have no idea what the hell happened to it. It's a mystery. It's crazy. Anyway, we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Who took it?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody broke. Did you think the same person who took it is the same person who broke it?
Yes. Absolutely. Because they knew. Because, I
think if they had just taken it on day one, it would have taken us probably 2 weeks to notice that it's not there. But the fact that it was broken, you couldn't help but notice because he's at a weird angle.
Yes.
And then today, with it being top of mind, now it's just gone.
No, I took a picture, put it back up. It's gone. I'm like, it's not there anymore.
Well, that's the thing. If he hadn't been broken, like if you broke it and were freaked out and were just going to throw it away, you're right, just throw it away.
We wouldn't have known.
Why leave him broken and then take it?
And then you know that we saw him broken, and then you come in and then you take the whole thing.
Because I figured a little super glue, man, I got my legs back. You know, I'm like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places. Like, I can walk.
Did it make you sad?
Yes. Because
Did it make you feel emo?
I was going to fix it. I was going to fix my
It's
leg.
Danny.
You think so?
He's trying to bring you down to that emo feel.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Got a little sadness in you.
Yeah, I'm like a detective over here.
We're going to get to the bottom of this one way or another.
Daddy's probably like, I have nothing to
I'm
do
sure
with that.
he does.
I know.
You think it's Taryn or Steve?
I don't know. I don't. They don't come in here.
Who would you think it would be?
I don't know.
Because listen,
I really don't have any idea.
Normally on this floor, there's nobody here except
Never.
us and a few other people.
Nobody
But
comes in
yesterday,
this room.
Some muckety muck was here, so a bunch of people showed up to hear whatever he was talking about, right? And that's the day we discovered it's broken. So basically, our entire staff was here, which means your suspect pool has grown.
But when we left here at 6 o'clock last night, and you were here later because you were doing
I was
an action duty puppet thing. So by the time you left, that thing was still here.
It was still here. No one
so
walked
from
in
the
and out of the
time-
studio. Even the cleaning crew had come up.
And you guys got out of here late.
I don't know, 8-ish,
All
maybe,
right,
something
so
like that.
from that
And
time.
the cleaning crew had already been through.
Yeah, they come
They
around
have.
and do the thing. They basically start at 7. When this show is done, those guys pop out of the elevator. They do their thing. They clean the floor, and then they're out. So they cleaned around
It
while
could
we
very
were
well
doing
have
the
been
puppet
them,
thing.
then.
I don't think so, man.
All right.
I don't think so.
We're going to get to the bottom of this. Okay. All right, let's get it going on here with the game known as Big Dummy. It is an easy game to play. We spin the category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy this year has been Nick. It took him 10 questions to get one right. And as we do when we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little men's room poll. And the last time we played Big Dummy, we got news of a new pill that shows incredible promise on extending the life of your dog.
That is correct.
Now, they're saying at minimal, this pill would increase your dog's life by minimally a year.
Which is crazy.
And it could be a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's pretty close to FDA approval. So they did the test. They've actually given 5 times the dosage to dogs.
It's like the dog does not OD. There's no weird side effects.
Yeah, exactly. So they believe it to be fairly safe. So we're asking you if you could make one thing last one more year, would it be your car? And as you know, right now, cars are very expensive. Gas is very expensive. If you could just maybe drive that thing one more year, hopefully without a car payment, you'd be doing pretty well.
That is what I would do right now based on circumstance.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog.
If you could get one more year out of your car, you would, because your car's just sitting in your driveway right now dead.
We might get one more year. I just don't want to have to pay for it.
Correct. Next, you would keep your ex alive for one more year. A human being. You would say, you know what? The human being can live for one more year.
Yeah, but why?
Because they're a human being, and if you could save someone's life for a year, wouldn't you?
It's not about, look, if the ex is dying of cancer, maybe. I get the moment. But assuming they're just living their life like I am, like, hey, you got a life expectancy. I'm not giving you another year. Hell
Right.
no.
Okay. Next up, your job. You could keep your job one more year. And with the way that job cuts are going on around the country,
Yeah, no kidding.
just about any industry you can imagine, job's a very valuable thing to have, and they're not easy to come by. So you could have your job for one more year. And finally, your pet. So your pet could also, obviously based on the pill, last a minimum of one more year. And if you happen to follow us on X and Men's Room Live, here's how the voting went down. Coming in last place with only 10% of the vote, you said you would let your ex live for one more year.
See, man, they're right where I am.
That was the last one.
Yeah.
A human being.
Are you giving it to the ex?
Sure.
How do you know it's
really
going to be a good year?
Well, just because...
Is there anything wrong with them? You're just giving them...
I'm
they
just
might
giving,
live to be 93, being firm.
Well, you're right. But
they're in pain, broken hips, and you're like, you know what? One more year. Yeah. You don't know.
That's a good point.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Job came in second place at 15%. Okay. Tied with car at 15%. Wow. Number one, overall, you said if you could last one thing for one more year longer, it would be your pet at 57%. And that's the good news, is because that's what this pill can actually do.
Right.
So good news. Hopefully,
we should let them know. People care.
Keep your pet around for a little bit longer. All right. This week on the poll, we're going to talk a little bit about Taylor Momsen of the Pretty Reckless. She is awaiting the arrival of superpowers, she said, after suffering a venomous spider bite while on tour with AC/DC. The Pretty Reckless front woman took to Instagram to document her night in a Mexico City hospital after a massive spider decided to take a chunk out of me, she said, and its venom did a number on my system, triggering a rash-like response up her leg. Have you seen the picture of what that spider did to her leg?
I did, yes.
It is nasty, and that spreading is not stopping.
Oh, cool. That's what you always love.
They say the former Gossip Girl star shared photos and video from a gurney, thanked the doctors who treated her, joking, "When do my superpowers kick in?" Now, if this sounds familiar, it's because this is the second time that wildlife has gone after her on AC/DC's Power Up tour.
Mm-hmm.
Her band is the opening act. In May of 2024, a bat latched onto her leg mid-song during a concert in Seville, Spain.
Did you see the picture of that?
I did not.
It's exactly what you picture. She's standing on stage, kind of rocking out. She's got shorts on. I want to believe like fishnets under it or something. And there is a bat latched to her thigh as she's singing. Yeah.
That put her in a hospital for rabies shots and earned her the nickname Batgirl. It would be an AC/DC tour if I didn't get bit, Momsen wrote, adding that she might now be dubbed Spider-Woman.
Is that a real nickname?
What?
Batgirl?
Yeah,
there's a Batgirl.
No. I'm saying, can we call her that? What's up, Batgirl?
Batgirl?
I think she'd be cool with that if we saw her.
Mm-hmm. Despite labeling poisonous spiders no bueno, Momsen said the show must go on, and she did her show Wednesday night in Mexico City anyway. So obviously that had to hurt, but she kept going. Okay. Next story on the list. And we brought you this one, too. Woman walking in Hamburg, Germany, suffered something that folks in Germany almost never do, a wolf bite. The animal attacked the victim near an IKEA.
Everything about this just sounds wrong.
About 2.5 miles from the city center.
Was he moving?
I don't know. Marking what... probably just there for the meatballs.
Making a new den, yeah.
What federal conservation officials describe as the first documented wolf attack on a person in Germany since the animals were returned in the 1990s. Local media reports that the woman was bitten in the face.
Damn.
After the confused wolf kept hitting a glass wall. So the woman goes over there, tries to help guide it out of the mess it was in. I don't know if she did not realize that this was a wolf, maybe thought it was a dog. I don't know what the hell.
Have you seen a wolf? Look, I understand if it's a small
all these things
wolf,
look different in different countries. So maybe it's a coyote-sized wolf.
I'm just saying, either you would think that is the biggest goddamn dog I've ever seen in my life, or something clicks to go, that is a wolf.
Yeah, because there's some dogs that look like a wolf, and then you see a picture next to a wolf, and you're like,
that is not a wolf. Yeah.
Well, the big bad wolf, right? That thing. Wasn't that a German-based?
I think they all were, weren't they?
I believe so. What was
the writer was German.
What was that chick's name? Little Red Riding Hood? Or they're different?
Did she have an actual name? That was Little Red Riding Hood, but she had to have a real name. There's no way you named your child Little Red Riding Hood.
So wolves are there.
Yeah.
Officers later tracked the wolf to a lake where it went in the water and was captured with a snare. Authorities believe the wolf was a juvenile, so maybe it wasn't that big.
All right.
Had left its pack, had been roaming the city for days. They did have a lot of sightings reported across Hamburg. Experts say it was likely disoriented by the urban setting. Either that or trying to put together IKEA furniture.
Or trying to get out of IKEA.
And trying to escape. You can't
follow the arrows.
You can't escape.
You got to follow the arrows.
No. There's no easy way out.
I don't know, man.
You have to walk through every single
section.
I was stuck in there.
There's no side door. There's no shortcut.
No, that's why you follow the arrows, and they take you through the entire.
But they wind you through
store.
the entire store. You can't just walk in, walk out.
Yeah,
it's not how it works at IKEA.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why the wolf was pissed.
Just get silverware.
I just wanted to get one rubber spatula, mother.
Government officials say trying to navigate the city would prove very stressful for a wolf. The animal has since been taken to a wildlife.
I'm glad
park.
experts can tell us that. Did you
woman-
know that when a wolf walks the streets of a German city, they might be disoriented? Yes, I did know that.
And stressed out.
Yeah.
A woman received several stitches to her face at a local hospital and was released. Speaking of wolves, another update. The parents of that kid who suffered an injury at the Pennsylvania theme park zoo, who squeezed through the fence near the wolf enclosure and got bit in the hand.
Yeah.
His parents have both been charged. Police said evidence showed that the parents walked away about 25 to 30 feet from the child to a seating area and benches and then just got on their cell phones when the incident happened.
Jesus.
So the child went through the small opening and the barrier and the fence, entered the restricted area near the wolf exhibit. Then the child reached through the fence, and that's when the wolf decided to clamp down on the kid's hand and arm.
That's when the wolf will decide to do it.
And bystanders went in there and tried to release the wolf from the kid's hand.
How old was the kid?
Like 2.5, 1.5, something
Yeah,
like that.
they'd say toddler. I don't know. What is that?
When you call it a toddler, don't be 30 feet away and on your phone at a zoo. Just a side note, it always amazes me. I got to get a license to fish.
Yep.
Anyone can have a child.
Yeah, but they filed criminal charges against the parents who live in. I don't even. You give that name.
Where is it?
You give that town in Pennsylvania a whirl.
Do not dump me.
L-I-T.
It is Lititz, Pennsylvania. L-I-T-I-T-Z. I mean,
Lidditz?
Yeah.
Lidditz?
Lidditz?
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way,
Let's
that's
go
where it's from.
Lidditz.
Let's go
I guess
Lidditz.
there's another way to say that.
Either way, there's your wolf stories right there. So apparently they bite. And finally, this is not good, but hikers in a popular park in Southern California in Ventura County are being warned to be on alert after a local woman died following a rattlesnake bite. A 46-year-old woman was hiking in the Wildwood Regional Park in Thousand Oaks. Around midday, she was bitten, airlifted to a nearby hospital. She was in there for 5 days. She did not make it due to the venom toxicity. But
Isn't this the case? They didn't know that she'd been bitten, so they kept hiking or something like that.
I believe she knew she had been bit, but this was the time when you're supposedly being able to hike there, and it's safe. But because of the warm weather, the rattlesnakes have been coming out of hibernation a little bit earlier.
Sure.
So they don't. They say like typically, you could wait until I don't know, late May.
Typically
to not pay attention, I guess. They
Again,
said
the snakes don't know that.
the area has seen an unusual spike in rattlesnake activity. 4 reported bites since March 14th, compared to 9 in all of last year.
Where is this at?
Because of the warm forecast, Ventura County, California. Batista's bite was the first of 2 in the area in a week.
The Northgate area of Seattle, Texas.
A teenage cyclist who fell off her bike was bitten March 20th. She survived after receiving the anti-venom.
I'm moving.
A 25-year-old man in Orange County died earlier this month after a February bite. The CDC reports that out of 8,000 bites and people who are bitten by venomous snakes annually, around 5 die. So you can be bit by a snake, but the chances
Of
you
dying are real low.
they're pretty low considering. 5 out of 8,000.
I mean, it depends what bites you, but with the rattlesnake, just get medical attention.
There's also the sense of urgency involved as far as how quickly you can get the anti-venom. So our men's room poll today, you're going to be bit by one. Are you taking the venomous spider? Are you taking a bat? Are you taking a wolf? Or are you taking the snake? Vote now if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live.
With American Home Shield, you can now video chat with live repair experts for help with home fixes over the phone. American Home Shield, don't worry, be warranty. Visit ahs.com/listen for 20% off any plan.
Available as a benefit with select plans.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
At Graybar, we know your time is money. That's why our services go beyond parts and products. With kitting, pre-assembly, wire carts, and Graybar smart reels that keep you moving. We stage materials and manage logistics so you can spend less time sorting and more time installing. And with locations nationwide, we deliver when and where you need it, working to make your job easier every step of the way. Yep, Graybar does that.
Looking for something smart, soulful, and full of heart? I'm Jen Hatmaker, host of For the Love, the podcast where we talk about what really matters. Love and family, faith and purpose. Every week, I'm joined by incredible guests for honest conversations that invite all of us to live with more intention, more laughter, and more connection. Join us on For the Love wherever you get your podcasts.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, Sean. Welcome to the men's room.
Steven, how are you?
Hola. I'm doing well, Sean.
I called in yesterday about the Gator.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm sorry about the F-bomb.
It happens, man.
Clean it up today, Sean.
And look, man, based on what you were explaining to us, we understood why it happened.
Sean, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Well, I texted in. I don't know if y'all caught it on the YouTubes, but
we saw.
I'm definitely not sober.
Oh, okay. I kind of figured that.
I think my dad might have been effing with me.
Probably was.
And right.
All right, Sean, our men's room poll. You get bit by one. You taking a venomous spider, a bat, a wolf, or a snake?
I would say bat all day, but are we talking about a cub?
A cub.
I mean, if it's a wolf cub, I mean.
No, full on wolf, man.
Yeah.
Okay, then no. Yeah, bat all day.
All right.
Bat, huh?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going wolf.
Little bat?
I don't know. Look,
you got to get all those rabies shots.
For the bat.
And possibly a wolf.
Well, you're right. I guess if a wolf bit me, I'd have
So
to.
here's my thing. I feel like, either the wolf or the bat could have rabies. So if one's going to just bite me, then I have to find out, I'll take the bat. Because I'd hate to be mauled by a wolf, then find out, you also have rabies.
I'm kind of going with, I think Miles brought it up yesterday about a good story, and you were like, I don't want to get bitten by an alligator or a crocodile.
Correct.
But if I have to get rabies, I'm be like, got it from a wolf, dude.
Okay, if I'm going to get a rabies shot, yes, I'll take the wolf.
Yeah,
all right. Here is your question.
Hey, I want to call it one and done.
All right, let's see. Which two animals represent optimist and pessimist on the stock market?
Okay. Thanks, Thrill. Bull.
And
bear.
Got it.
All right.
Nice job, Sean.
Oh, wait, before we let you go. Oh, crap, I got to find my 50-50 questions. Just hold your horses. I'll find it. God damn it. All right, here we go. Now, I've used all these. Son of a bitch. Hang on. I know they're, normally I'm more organized.
My fault, Steve.
All right, just take your time.
Sean doesn't mind.
Sean, you don't mind, do you?
Nope.
It's like the Babe Ruth of this game, calling his shot.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
True or false? The oldest person to ever father a child was 96 years old.
True. Absolutely true.
His name is Tony Randall.
Yeah, this dude, apparently, he believed the reason he could still have children is that he'd been a vegetarian his entire life.
Oh.
He's
got a little stock in that carrot.
Yeah. Hello, Harrison. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Harrison.
Liquor and horse.
Liquor and horse. Harrison, sober or not sober?
Sober. Working.
All right, Harrison, welcome to Big Dummy.
Thank you.
All right, our men's room poll, you're going to get bit by one. You taking a venomous spider, a bat, a wolf, or a snake?
Oh, I'll go snake. I'm horrified of snakes, so I might as well get bit by one.
Okay. You're horrified of snakes, so you might as well get bitten. Okay.
That's the opposite of me.
Mm-hmm. All right, here is your question. How many feet is the free throw line from the backboard in basketball?
25.
Oh.
10?
12?
15.
Oh,
15.
That's not one they normally bring up,
What, the distance?
Yeah.
You just say the free throw line, right? We all just accept it is what it is.
Correct. And guys hit jumpers from free throw extended.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you don't hear that feet much.
They never bring it up. That is a 15-foot shot. All right, your question. What fluid is stored in the gallbladder?
Bile.
Good job. Bile with a B.
What does bile do exactly? Do we know?
Doesn't it
break down the food?
Doesn't it line your stomach to keep keep anything from eating away out of kind of?
Right, because it's
so that's the bile that does that.
If it gets out of there, it's bad.
When you're dry heaving and in your youth, when you're 19 years old and you've had one of those nights, and you got to the point where you're completely dehydrated and you've thrown everything up and you're dry heaving and like that one just
long, thick
yellow, nasty tasting thing comes out of your mouth. That's bile.
I know it's bile. I just didn't know.
And it ruins your throat.
But I didn't know. But that's the lining in the stomach is bile?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. All right.
But I'm probably wrong.
In other words, we don't know.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Oh, Miles, we're getting confirmation here. Bile is, in fact, the mucus that protects the stomach.
Okay. Josh, sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Josh, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you're going to get bit by one. You're taking the venomous spider, the bat, the wolf, or the snake?
I'm going to take the spider, and then I'm going to murk that thing.
You're going to murk it?
Yep.
What exactly does murk mean?
Define murk.
Kill it. Oh, it's going to die.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it, man.
Look, man, if I get a spider or a snake on me, it's not living.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing's for sure. I'm going to take that.
I think the wolf has the best bet of surviving this encounter.
For sure.
All right. Your question. In 2005, Angela Merkel became the first female chancellor of what country?
Oh, Merkel was she UK or New Zealand?
The Spanish for it. Germany. Yeah.
Oh, she was Germany.
Yeah. You're thinking of the chick in New Zealand whose name I cannot think of. I think she's not there anymore.
I think she stepped down.
All right, your question. What is the capital of Pennsylvania?
Not Philly. It's not Harrisburg.
You got it.
Oh,
nice job.
There you go, man.
All right, people with big brains today. Very good. Big Dummy is the game, 206-803-ROCK.
I say it every time. That's a sad-looking town.
Harrisburg. Everything in central Pennsylvania is sad.
And you the only time I've ever seen it is on the way to Hershey Park.
Yeah.
That's the only time you want to see
Huntsville sucks. Shenandoah sucks. Allentown sucks.
Lancaster sucks.
Yeah.
New York is growing a little bit. Put it this way. If you're not in Philly or Pittsburgh, but you're in Pennsylvania, you would think to yourself, wow, this is a depressed town. And you're right. I mean, they'll tell you straight up.
And I don't know.
They make Yingling there. That's the best thing they do.
And pretzels.
And pierogies. And chips.
I mean, look, their food and drink is fantastic.
It really is. It's all German stuff, for the most part.
I just don't know also if you can get a bigger personality change in a state between Philly and Pittsburgh.
Very different sets.
Did you ever go to Dutch Wonderland when you were a kid there, Ted?
We went to the Amish. We went to the Amish market a lot. I don't know if we went to Dutch Wonderland.
You would know.
Even as a kid, Dutch Wonderland didn't appeal. They play the ads and like, come up here, man. We got roller coasters. And what? I am not feeling that place, man. Absolutely.
I wonder if it's still there, Dutch Wonderland.
I bet you it is.
Took my kids there.
I don't think. Oh, maybe.
Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Proud to announce that Jeff and I broke down on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
We did, yeah. We had a good conversation, met you all. I see you're still alive after Saturday. Shout out to Joe and Abby. Met them also. Those seem like good people.
Nice. Joe's solid, man. I like that dude.
Yeah, that was a good part.
Everybody there was decent, man.
Jeff, are you sober or not sober?
We're team not sober today. I've had enough time. I've been home. I've had a couple drinks.
Okay. All right.
I reversed Ted Smith Jeff. Oftentimes I'll meet people and they'll go, I thought you'd be taller. I thought you'd have hair.
Sure.
And I went, Jeff, that's you? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I thought you were going to be old and fat. He's like, no, man. I was like, sorry, I don't know why I had it in my head.
Old fat Jeff, you've been bit by one. Is it a venomous spider, a bat, a wolf, or a snake? What are you taking?
I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. I don't want to get bit by any of these. At least for the story, let's go wolf.
Wolf.
I'm going to get a rabies shot either way with one of those. And I don't know if you said the snake was venomous or not.
It's venomous.
The spider's obviously venomous. Yeah, we're definitely not going to go venomous. I'll for the story, we'll go wolf.
All right, for the story. All right, old fat Jeff, here's your question. What are the?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
What are they? Old Fat Jeff. Yeah. What,
Classic Jeff.
Oh, you know Old Fat Jeff. Yeah, he's not old, he's not fat, but his name is Jeff.
That's one of those good hood names.
I know.
Like that's Jeff.
That's Old Fat Jeff.
He can get you whatever you need.
Why do you guys call him that? Like, don't be what? Don't sweat the details.
Where are you getting your weed at? Old Fat
Cops
Jeff?
talked to him 8 times, still didn't realize he's the guy. All right, Old Fat Jeff, your question.
He hides in plain sight.
What are the 10 referred to when a surfer says hang 10 on a wave?
10 o'clock position at the feet.
Is that a 10-second
10
ride?
toes down.
10 toes.
Yeah.
Ted knows. Surfing Ted over here.
Surfing Ted with Big Fat Jeff.
Can't
just hanging it.
No, Old Fat Jeff.
Oh, what?
Old Fat Jeff.
Old Fat Jeff.
Jesus Christ. If you describe that, people would pick Jeff and be like, he must be Ted. Like, no.
I think you guys should do a podcast. You know? It's right there.
We stand on business, 10 toes down.
All right, OFJ, your question. Who played Ray in the movie Ray?
I think he won an Academy Award
I've
for
never
this.
even seen Ray.
He did. Neither's Ray.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's not a joke if it's true.
I don't know. Jim Carrey.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Is that annoying to Ray Charles? Like, hey, man, they made a biopic about you. The guy won an Academy Award. Apparently, it's great. Ray Charles probably cool. Mm-hmm. I'm not going. Can't see nothing. And I know all the songs. What would be the point?
Well, no one complained that they didn't hire a blind actor.
I was just going to say, I haven't heard that one, but there's got to be blind actors.
But you need a blind black guy who's an actor.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you need.
I'm just waiting for the
We need a
agents to
blind
send it
black
along.
actor.
We need a blind black actor.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like Big Fat Jeff.
Hey, but guess what?
Or Old Fat Jeff.
But remember,
Yeah, there we go.
Ray Charles ain't blind. 1976
Ray,
Philadelphia.
starring Old Fat Jeff.
In the role.
Well, people get mad if you don't use little people.
Right. Well, little people get mad.
Yeah, big mad. And then
I would think if there's a black blind actor out there, right, who has a resume, be like, yo.
Right, they got mad at some
Well-
actors because they were disabled, but they weren't really disabled. Like, nobody got mad at Al Pacino when he played a blind guy.
No one got mad at Dustin Hoffman when he played Rain Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing it out there, man. Plus, I think Jamie Foxx knew how to play piano, which comes in handy.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What tiny vessels connect an artery to a vein?
Tiny vessels, artery to a vein.
You've heard of it, Old Fat Jeff.
I know I've heard of it. I'm like,
his memory's going.
Well, he's old and fat.
he's
You
old.
can't expect him to remember this stuff.
trying to think what my next meal is.
You've heard this word before.
It's the vessel.
It connects arteries to veins. And as far as that stuff goes, it's the only other one of these that I know of.
Arteries to veins, arteries to veins. Damn it.
Everyone on YouTube knows it.
I mean, it's got to be obvious, but I'm blanking too.
When you hear it, you're like, oh, God damn it, right. Jeff, we're just going to spin the wheel for you.
Yeah,
We
I'm
hear
running
you.
out of time. Damn it.
I mean, you're old and fat. Yeah, come on, it's all right. Capillaries.
Capillaries.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, question number 5.
Question number 5. What is the more common name for the bone called the furcula found in birds? The furcula. We have a name that we always call it, but it is technically called a furcula. People bring it up at Thanksgiving.
Is it an offense?
Oh,
Yes.
I was going to say, does it have to do with a game? Who gets the bigger piece?
Yes, indeed.
All right, party on, guys. It's the wishbone.
There it is. Old Fat Jeff. Well done, sir.
Yes, go get some
He
salad.
remembers when they used to run the wishbone.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock. How about the Power I, the Wing T?
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Matt, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober today.
All right, good for you, Matt. Let's see here. All right, you're going to get bit by one on our men's room poll. You taking the venomous spider, the bat, the wolf, or the snake?
got a chance at Batman if I go with the bat, so I'll go with the bat.
Go bat. Okay. Go bat or go home.
But Batman never got bit by a bat. He just hung out with him as he was creepy, right?
It's not so much that he hung out with them. He just happened to have his bat cave where the bats were. Actually, I want to say in the Christian Bale movies, he had a fear of bats.
All right.
Sort of like,
Get over
mentally strengthen himself. They show him like standing in the cave with thousands of bats flying around him.
Oh, it'd be like calling me Snake.
And not one bit him.
Huh?
Not one. Then they call him Rabies Man. All right.
What's he do? He goes crazy.
He just goes crazy and bites you, man.
Froths at the mouth.
Yeah. All right, your question. In Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan novels, Jack is injured in what kind of crash?
Was it motorcycle?
I'll guess helicopter.
It was helicopter.
God, I love those books and movies.
Let's say, how many books have you read?
Only, I actually read Clear and Present Danger. I listened to it on tape.
You seen his house before?
It just keeps dwindling back. Okay, I've heard of it. And I saw the preview.
I did listen to it on tape.
Have you seen his house?
No.
Oh, my God. It's huge.
He's the Maryland guy, right?
He lives on the eastern shore on the Chesapeake Bay. And that's a pretty good area. There's an inlet there to fish. The blues run through there. So we basically just sit outside his house, man.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Zap him out of the water.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're like, look, that's Tom Clancy.
All right, your question. What famous statue was discovered in 1820 on the Greek island of Milos? The only clue would be Milos.
I don't even have a guess.
Come on, Ted. You're not getting that charade?
Medusa.
No. All right.
Big boobs.
Boobs. Armless.
Armless boob. Armless boob.
Venus de Milo.
Oh.
Is that what she is? Armless with big boobs?
You've never seen the Google it. You'll recognize it. You'll be like, okay. I mean, she's got nice boobs. They're not massive.
That'd be weird.
What, no arms and boobs?
No arms and big boobs.
So,
oh, yeah.
Right.
I recognize that one.
When I was growing up, my parents had like this 1 foot tall replica of it, and I just never understood. Oh, trust me, I spent much time looking at it. I just never understood why there's an armless woman with boobs. And my mom finally explained, hey, man, she had arms when they found the statue that had broken off, which you couldn't tell that from
kind of like the feet on my bobblehead.
You know what? It's just like that.
But now
it is
gone.
just like that, man. That's what your bobblehead is the Venus de Milo of the men's room.
It's gone.
And now it's been stolen.
Now it's gone.
Well, it's an art heist. That's an art heist. All right, your question. What is the official currency of Russia?
Is it the ruble?
I'll get it there. The ruble. But yeah, close enough. The ruble.
Game is Big Dummy Marva coming up. 206-803-ROCK.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
At Graybar, we know your time is money. That's why our services go beyond parts and products. With kitting, pre-assembly, wire carts, and Graybar smart reels that keep you moving. We stage materials and manage logistics so you can spend less time sorting and more time installing. And with locations nationwide, we deliver when and where you need it, working to make your job easier every step of the way. Yep, Graybar does that.
From the trusted team behind 48 Hours, welcome to Case by Case, your weekly update on the biggest true crime stories unfolding right now.
Nick Ryder remains in custody without bail.
Luigi Mangione accused of stalking and gunning down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
From high-profile trials and stunning evidence to major breaks in cold cases, we'll follow it all case by case. Follow and listen to 48 Hours Case by Case wherever you get your podcasts.
At Gray Bar, we know your time is money. That's why our services go beyond parts and products. With kitting, pre-assembly, wire carts, and Gray Bar smart reels that keep you moving. We stage materials and manage logistics so you can spend less time sorting and more time installing. And with locations nationwide, we deliver when and where you need it, working to make your job easier every step of the way. Yep, Gray Bar does that.
Hey y'all, I'm Maddie. And I'm Poodle. And together we host the podcast Reality Gaze. We are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than talking about reality television and tearing in a new one. So whether it's 90 Day Fiancé, Love is Blind, Love After Lockup, or any other trash TV show about lonely hearts looking for love, your gay besties got you covered, y'all.
New shows every week. Follow and listen to Reality Gaze wherever you get your podcast.
Gaze, let's love.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock. Steve, who is our next contestant, ready to play the big game?
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Hola. Justin, are you sober or not sober?
What's up?
I'm your spirit animal.
Wow.
That's my 10-year-old. He really likes 10.
We got that.
I didn't know a kid could be a spirit animal.
I didn't know that either.
Ah, there you go.
Justin, are you sober or not sober?
I called in the other day about the golf stuff. I am medically not sober.
Okay. Aha. Medically not sober. All right, you're going to be bit by one. Are you taking the venomous spider, the bat, the wolf, or the snake?
Am I dying from this?
We don't know.
Yeah.
It's got to be the wolf.
Taking the wolf.
There you go.
Like the movie The Gray, I'm going to take a couple of them out with me.
Brother, I'm telling you right now, I saw that movie. I enjoyed that movie. But my thought at the end of that movie is, I don't ever want to deal with wolves in my life.
My idea is that I'll befriend the wolf, and then eventually I'll get too close, and he just gives me a little nip.
Have you seen the movie The Gray?
I have not.
I'm telling you, man. Like, it's a decent movie. It's not groundbreaking, but by the end of it, you're like, yeah, wolves, bro. Just don't F with them. That's what I took out of there. All right. Here is your question. What actor played Forrest Gump's son in the movie Forrest Gump?
Ooh. Forrest Gump's son?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I know Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks was Forrest. Who played Jenny? Was that Robin Wright?
I don't know. I haven't watched that movie in years.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
That would be Haley Joel Osment.
Walker told me I had AIDS.
Yeah, that kid. Let's play Forrest Gump's son.
That kid.
That kid. Yeah, that same kid.
I
His mom died of AIDS, and Walker told me he has AIDS.
He also sees dead people.
He does see dead people who have AIDS. All right, your question. Who voiced the character of Mowgli in the 2003 movie Jungle Book 2?
Oh, my goodness. Adam Sandler?
No,
I was going to say, ask the kid.
that would be Haley Joel Osment.
Walker told me I had AIDS.
Yeah. Complete setup.
Wow.
All right, your question. Multiple choice. Which country was the first to use camouflage on its military uniforms?
Haley Joel.
The United States, Canada, Germany, or France?
I'm going to go with Canada.
France.
Oh, my son would have been correct.
Yeah.
Really, that's the one he'd have gotten.
I'm saying, listen to the kid.
Yeah, all right. Listen to Ted's spirit animal. Well, is he your spirit person?
Hey, he wants to be a spirit animal. He's a spirit animal.
Someday, this kid's going to do peyote, right? Ooh. And TP. Next thing you know, Ted comes walking in like, turns out you were right. Who knew? Surprised me too, man. All right. On what day can you get married on the top of the Empire State Building? 1 day a year they allow it.
Oh, 1 day a year.
1 day a year.
New Year's Eve.
Now, it's got to be, is it VD Day?
Valentine's Day.
Oh.
VD Day.
Or VE, Victory in Europe Day?
Well, you almost had about VD Day.
Why would they do that on the Empire State Building?
Maybe they should rename Valentine's Day VD
VD Day, yeah.
I was thinking of the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, all right. I'm just like, what are you? All right, man.
I'm still on that peyote trip with my spirit animal.
Old fat Jeff.
Jeff's there too.
All right, your question. What is the name of the last video game console that Sega released in the U.S.?
Sega Genesis.
The Dreamcast.
Oh, my goodness.
Question 6.
All right, question number 6. What company manufactured the Pentium processor?
Intel.
Got it. Boom.
Remember those ads?
Baby, or something like that.
Intel inside.
Yeah, Intel inside. Which, it's funny when they do that because you're like, oh, it must be a good thing. I have no idea. No idea at all.
I mean,
does that make it better?
A YouTuber says camouflage is a French word.
Oh, camouflage.
You know, when you say it out loud,
that makes
kind of
sense.
right there, yeah.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Chrissy. Welcome to the men's room.
Blackjack and hookers, bitches.
Hola.
Chrissy, sober or not sober?
Not sober. Trying to process the amount of money I just spent on my kid's birthday party for this weekend.
How much is it?
You don't want to know.
Is it over?
Where's it at?
Is it over $300?
We're over the $1,000 mark right now.
Whoa!
Even down.
How much? 1,000?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm over. But hey, man, they're twins. They deserve the best.
Okay. You have two
okay.
kids.
All right.
So $500 a pop.
Mm-hmm. Our friends
Yeah,
invited.
exactly. It's a double deal.
Our friends invited.
What?
Are they having their friends come over?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now, do they have one set of friends, or does each kid have their own set of friends, meaning even more kids coming over?
Correct. Yeah, that one thrill.
So you have
Dude.
one kid who has more friends than the other, but they're both twins.
No, just have different friends. So
Yeah.
you got to invite
Yeah.
like
All right.
the two different friend groups.
That's correct.
Yeah, those birthday
See,
parties
like-
are not cheap. And I don't have twins. I don't know. I told my wife when she was pregnant with the first kid, I said, look, if we have triplets, we're leaving one at the firehouse and we're done with two kids. After we had the first kid, right? So then my daughter's born. I'm like, all right, listen, even if it's twins, one of them, and we can switch out my daughter, whatever we got to do, but one of them is staying at a firehouse.
Well, here's the thing. When I grew up, I was friends with two sets of twins.
All right.
I was friends with all four of them.
Right.
Like, they were never not together.
But there wasn't
You never,
one twin.
you never hooked out with, hung out with Mark and Mike wasn't there, or vice versa.
Sure.
But they were both the same person. So it wasn't like, they were interchangeable. I know that's weird.
My son's volleyball league, right? The team that's a year older than him, there are twins on that team. Very nice kids. I did not know they were twins, all right? So we've been to all these different tournaments. And finally, I look at my wife, and I'm like, why does that kid keep changing his numbers? And she points at the bed. I'm like, oh. She's like, you seriously? I didn't notice. I had no idea. I was like, why does he keep changing his number every freaking time he goes on the court? That's so weird. He's not. I'm just stupid.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
Chrissy.
mine are fraternal, so it's a boy and a girl.
Okay.
All right, Chrissy, our men's room poll, you're going to get bit by one. Are you taking a venomous spider, a bat, a wolf, or a snake?
Bat all day.
Bat all day.
Bat all day. Okay. All right, here is your question. The character Launchpad McQuack was the 1990s cartoon superhero sidekick of who?
Wasn't that Darkwing Duck?
Damn, you're good.
One and done.
Damn. All right, real quick. Did you enjoy Darkwing Duck? Because I definitely did.
I did as a kid, yeah.
Yeah, well, even as an adult, I'm telling you, he was fun.
I mean, as an adult, I still enjoy it. My kids have Disney Plus, so.
Of course they do, because you have kids. I have Disney Plus. I'd never watched that thing. It's not true. I watched the Star Wars crap. All right, before we let you go, true or false? Karl Marx had 4 daughters and named all of them Jenny.
Ooh, I don't know much about Karl Marx, but I'm going to go true.
What is he, George Foreman?
I don't know. Why would you do that? So the dude has 4 daughters and just, we're naming her Jenny again.
It's easy as well.
Do you like that name that much?
I mean, did they just turn into 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Do you have Jen, Jennifer, Jenny, and JJ or something?
They probably demanded that. Like,
Jen,
look,
Jenny, Jennifer, but what else could you do?
Jay. Straight up Jay.
Yeah.
Jay girl. I mean, look, I don't know. This is the guy who, 4 daughters, named them all Jenny. Same thing with Foreman. So he has 7 kids, all named George, boy or girl. Does he just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Technically, the girls go by Georgia or Georgie.
Do they go by that, or is that what he named them?
He named them George.
He did just
He named them George, but they go by different takes on that name.
God damn, it pays to be rich.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803.
Hello, Brock. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Brock, are you sober or not sober?
I am dressed like a brown turd, so I am sober.
All right. Brock, how you liking those new darker uniforms you guys got?
They're all right. The material's a little better than past material, but yeah, it's no fun when it gets hot. So.
Do you guys, do you have air conditioning in your trucks yet?
No, I sure don't. They have put some probably down in the hotter states, but they haven't done anything up for us yet. And then, did you guys enjoy your little treats I gave you guys on Saturday?
Oh, sure. I was going to point that out, but since you're at work, I wasn't going to bring it up. But yes.
Well, all right, I can purchase it and give it to you, right?
You know what? That's true. That's true.
All right, Brock, you've been bit by one. What are you taking? A venomous spider, bat, wolf, or snake?
Just to say it happened, I'd go with the wolf. And I actually have a dog that has 9% wolf in him. So, yeah.
How do you know the percentage of wolf your dog is?
Well, because he was a rescue dog, and after a while, we just wanted to figure out what he was. So we went and sent in one of those saliva things, and yeah, he came back a couple different things. And one of them
know
was
what you should have done, man? You should have sent it to Ancestry.com just to see if they're on the level. Because if they send it back and say, dude, this is the dog
you're from Ireland.
Oh, you're Irish. Like, okay. All right.
Well, it was interesting, though. A lot of the breeds were kind of from the same area, so that was kind of interesting.
I mean, in theory, wouldn't all dogs be some percentage wolf?
I mean, you got to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you separate enough that you're no longer wolf? Does it make your dog bigger? Like, when I look at your dog and say, that is a big-ass dog.
His paws are the size of my hands. His paws are huge, and he's mostly Malamute, but no, his paws definitely look like wolf.
All right, I'm going to do that, man. I'm going to take a swab of my dog's mouth and send it to Ancestry just to see what they come back with. All right, here is your question: Mount Sunflower is the highest point in what notoriously flat state?
Mount Sunflower, flat state. Is it Kansas?
One and done.
Oh,
nice job.
Mount Sunflower is 4,039 feet tall. So that's a mountain I would hike. All right, before we let you go, which is greater, the human population on Earth, or the bacteria population in your mouth?
Ooh, I want to say mouth.
Mouth in it.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Not even close.
If his dog, just thinking here, right? Like I said, it seems like most dogs would have some percentage of wolf.
Yeah, but at 9%, he can go to an HBCU.
Everyone except for a corgi.
So, do I have a percentage of a chimp in me?
I think you do, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, look, man, it's like this. So keep in mind, 98% of human DNA and chimp DNA are the same.
All right.
So it's not that you have chimp in you. It's just you already share 98%. That said, I want to share...
The 2% are important, though.
Yeah. Those 2% go a long way. But I also want to say that we share like 50 or 60% of our DNA with a banana.
Oh, my God. I'm a cannibal.
Yeah, you might be part banana, part chip.
The genetically engineered banana or the actual banana?
That one, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because one was made by man.
If it doesn't have seeds, it's made by man.
Exactly. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Corey. Welcome to the men's room.
Montgomery!
Hola.
Corey, sober, not sober?
I'm not sober today. I had to drive to Montgomery County to pick up some building materials.
How far of a drive is that?
About 30 minutes.
Oh, I didn't know what Montgomery County was that close
So
to.
did you say you're not sober because you have?
Oh, that's right. You're in Kentucky, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
All right, Corey. Okay, you've been bit by one. Venomous spider, bat, wolf, or snake?
Is the wolf bite just a bite, or are they gripping and ripping?
They're doing whatever
I don't know.
How
Gotta
do
risk
wolves
it.
bite? You'll have to let us know after it bites you.
After it eats one of your cows.
I mean, the woman that got bit in the face did survive.
She did.
She just got bitten in the face by a wolf.
Multiple stitches, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 4 Great Pyrenees, and when they get mad, I would not want to tussle with one of those things. But I've already been bit by a snake, and I probably will be bit by a venomous one now that I'm in Kentucky, so I'll just embrace that.
What kind of snake bit you the first
Embrace
time?
the venom, yes.
The first time was just garter snakes.
Oh, no. I've been bit multiple times by gardeners.
Get your mouth
Black
off me.
snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you pick them up, they're eventually they're gonna latch on.
Well, sure. I mean, I would too. Like if King Kong picked you up in his hand, like my last defense is to bite his finger.
Like a black snake will leave a little mark, but I mean it's not much.
That's right. It's a little brand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I was a little kid, and the milker, it was lashed on me pretty good, and the milker was mowing the lawn, and he had to come rip it off me, and then he ran it over with the lawnmower.
Now, I can tell you this from my buddy's experience, because he picked one up. A rat snake hurt, because I could see the look on his face. I was like, that did not feel good, did it? That thing was thick and big, though. I was like, dude, you go ahead.
I had a buddy driving from Baltimore down to like South Carolina. Somewhere in the Carolinas, they stop at a farmer's market, gets out in flip-flops, gets bit by a snake.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we sell anti-venom over here, buddy.
Yeah,
awesome.
I know.
That's the
Like,
setup.
that is horrible.
All right, here is your question. What drink's Gaelic name means, quote, water of life?
Gaelic name. That'd be like Evian.
That would be whiskey.
Whiskey.
That makes sense.
From the Gaelic point of view, it absolutely does. All right. What type of artwork depicts human characteristics that are exaggerated for comedic effect?
Exaggerated. Like more specific than cartoons?
More specifically,
Is that
cartoon.
architecture?
Artwork.
Artwork.
Oh.
Kind of like a bobblehead.
Mm-hmm.
The one that broke back here. Now it's missing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Caricature.
Oh, yeah, like you get at the fair or the boardwalk.
Exactly. All right, Corey, you a Star Wars fan?
I've seen it. It's good, but I'm not like extreme.
Okay, this question should be fun. What African country served as the setting for Tatooine in Star Wars?
Oh, man, I have no idea. Ethiopia?
Got to be a desert country.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Namibia.
Nope.
Libya?
Tunisia. It almost
that makes
started
sense.
a war, believe it or not.
Why?
Because, so Tunisia agreed to allow Lucas to film there, right? No big deal. But when they built their sets, a lot of the sets are like, quote-unquote, armored vehicles and stuff.
All right.
And I guess they were reasonably close to some border with some other country. And so that other country contacts Tunisia like, yo, why are you doing this buildup
On the border?
Yeah, and they're like, dude, it's a movie set. It's not. But seriously, like, it got tense there for a while. All right, your question. Bass Brewery originally supplied the yeast to make what condiment? Mate?
Mm-hmm. You got it?
What is yeast?
Yeah, Bass Brewery originally supplied the yeast to make what condiment? Mate?
There's really only one yeasty condiment, and it sucks.
Her name's
Yeasty condiment?
Yeah. Basically, it's made of you. That is the primary flavor of this. You've heard of it.
Oi.
The Men at Work sang about it, for God's sake.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be like a Grey Poupon?
Nope.
Vegemite, that's.
Well, Marmite in this case, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and
Oh, I've never had that.
Grey Poupon's delicious.
You probably have it, but like in Australia, the big condiments, Vegemite and Marmite, it tastes like yeast, essentially.
We had those Vegemite crackers. They were not good.
No.
They were kind
Yeah.
of yeasty.
Oh, they were from Australia.
Yes.
Shout out to Aaron.
All right, the question. The wreckage of what was discovered in 1985? It was found in the ocean.
Titanic?
Got it.
Boom, boom.
Okay, very good. More Big Dummy coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
At Gray Bar, we know your time is money. That's why our services go beyond parts and products. With kitting, pre-assembly, wire carts, and Gray Bar smart reels that keep you moving. We stage materials and manage logistics so you can spend less time sorting and more time installing. And with locations nationwide, we deliver when and where you need it, working to make your job easier every step of the way. Yep, Gray Bar does that.
Life can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to go through it alone. On my podcast, From the Heart with Rachel Braithen, I share openly and vulnerably about everything life brings us and what we can learn by living with our hearts a little bit more open. Every Friday, a new episode brings you a new story with topics on self-care, motherhood, healing, and more. You are enough, just the way you are. And this podcast is a reminder of that. Follow and listen to From the Heart with Rachel Braithen wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm sensing plumbing problems. Worry not. With American Home Shield, you can now video chat with live repair experts for help with home fixes over the phone. Talk to a real human expert over video chat who can help get that home system or appliance back on track. Sounds like peace of mind. American Home Shield. Don't worry, be warranty. Visit ahs.com/listen for 20% off any plan.
Video chat feature available as benefit to AHS members with select plans. See ahs.com for hours and details.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
KISW Miles Montgomery Golf Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing. Hopefully you have a day like today. Much like the day we had last year. Let's go down on Monday, June 8th up at Redmond Ridge Golf Club. Grand prize includes tickets to see Guns N' Roses with the Black Crowes for your foursome in Vancouver, BC on August the 29th. You get the Amtrak tickets up there and the hotel room as well. Those foursomes are almost sold out. So head to KISW.com, get you guys together and come out with us and enjoy a fun day on the golf course. Take a Monday off, drink some beer, hang out, eat breakfast, eat lunch.
That's the sales pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we'll get another hole-in-one off of a toilet this year. All the details and the foursomes are available at KISW.com. All right, the game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Austin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys.
Hola. Austin, sober or not sober?
I just had surgery, so not sober.
What happened, man?
It was colorectal surgery to drain a massive abscess in my rectum.
Wow. Make sure you put that on a dating app, because I'm telling you.
I'm assuming they put you out for that?
They did. They did after they tried half a dozen different painkillers to try to ease the pain, but nothing worked, man. I mean, morphine, Dilaudid, I mean, like everything, nothing helped.
Do you have to do any kind of suppositories?
No, probably wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, Austin, you're going to get bit by one. Not that it matters now. Venomous spider, bat, wolf, or snake?
I'll take the snake.
Snake bite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right there, Austin. Here's your question. Where was Vincent van Gogh when he painted the painting The Starry Night?
Oh, Rome?
Italy?
He was in France, but he was also in an asylum in France. So that's what he saw out of his window. That's what he painted.
All right.
Is that the Scream?
No, that's the Scream, and that's Edward Munch. Munch, or say his name.
All right.
And the Scream, I believe, was the inspiration for the Home Alone poster.
Yeah.
I mean, basically the same thing, right?
Also good if you're stuck in a bad spot in jiu-jitsu.
The Scream?
Home Alone. Touch your neck, dude.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm like, wait, that's Scream?
Protect that neck.
All right.
No, Home Alone, not Scream. Don't just scream. Just tap.
Well, I thought like maybe that would work too. Ah! All right.
It's a verbal tap.
A verbal tap.
Tap, tap, tap.
All right, your question. In what country did fireworks originate?
It's got to be China, right?
Yeah, it is. It is back China.
Nice job.
China. Man, did you see the drone show they did over there?
No.
All right, so they broke the record. I don't know, like most amount of drones in there or something. But before I read the headline, I looked at the picture. It was the coolest looking thing. I thought it was like this giant floating lantern or something. I don't know how many drones it was. So if you get the chance to Google the picture, it is super freaking cool.
Do you know the story about the fireworks in France? I want to say it was Marie Antoinette or whatever.
All right.
So basically, fireworks back then, you had to be really rich to have them.
Of course.
So I think it's her wedding, and they invite all the regular people. It's like whatever city center, and they're like, we're going to give you guys a fireworks show. Something goes wrong, giant fire starts, but there's so many people in the square, like they can't get out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So does
That's
that mean
a pick-me-up.
they all passed?
Not all of them, but a lot of them did. I don't know
Not
why
all
I'm saying
of them.
it.
But the last thing I saw was a nice fireworks show.
Just like they did nothing right.
Yeah.
Wow. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Or Tim.
Hello, Tim. Welcome to the men's room. You know, it actually says Tim.
Not sober.
It does say Tim.
It does. It says Tim. I don't know why I said Tom.
Tim, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
I can tell, Tim. You seem a little slow today.
I'm slow every day.
Okay, Tim. You've been bit by one. You taking the venom of spider, bat, wolf, or snake?
I'm going with spider because maybe you'll be sleeping when it happens.
More than likely.
I mean, you could be sleeping when a wolf bites you. You could be asleep when any of these things bite you. You know, bat can fly in the window, just bite you while you're asleep, fly back out, and come back to work as security here. All right. Your question, what is the correct name for a virgin cow? Denise.
Virgin cow.
A virgin cow.
Mary?
I don't know, calf?
Heifer.
Heifer. Oh, really?
You hope the calf's a virgin. Like, man.
I've heard of heifer.
Mm-hmm. All right, your question. What is the second smallest planet in the solar system?
If you're not counting Pluto.
Venus?
Right?
Can't count Pluto.
Mars.
No longer planet. It is Mars, yes. Then Venus, then Earth. All right, according to his theme song, what's the most wonderful thing about Tigger? Most wonderful thing about Tigger.
Tigger?
What's that?
Tigger?
Yeah, what is the most wonderful thing about Tigger?
According to his own theme song.
They're bouncy.
That he's the only one.
T-I-double-G-R. Question 5, Tim. Or 4, sorry.
All right, question number 4. The Doak Walker Award is given annually to the top college football player at what skill position? The Doak Walker Award.
Linebacker?
Quarterback?
Running back?
Running back.
Running back.
Yeah.
Now we're at question 5.
Doak Walker. Man, I'm not even sure I know that one. I know the award. He played way back in the day. I'm not
He
sure.
had to. A name like that.
That's got to be like Texas or Arkansas, right?
Doak Walker, Texas Ranger. All right, your question. How many states begin with the letter W?
Uh-oh.
The letter W. As in whoop-ass.
5.
Hold on, give me a second.
I don't know.
Doak Walker went to SMU.
SMU.
4. Wisconsin, Washington, Wyoming, West Virginia.
That is correct.
I forgot
I
Washington.
named them all in my head, too.
For whatever reason, anytime you ask those questions, you forget about the state that you are physically in.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens to everybody. All right, your question. Who released an album in 1999 under the name Chris Gaines? It's a country star. He tried to put out kind of an emo rock album.
Mm-hmm.
Kid Rock.
Garth Brooks.
Garth. Mm-hmm.
Question 7.
Does he play a Chris Gaines song at his shows?
I don't think he does. All I know, I never heard any of the Chris Gaines thing, but I don't know if people didn't like it or if they just didn't like that he did it, but it did not go over well.
Yeah.
But I don't know which way it was. But, I mean, if I'm him, I'd sneak one in. If the crowd cheers, I'd be like, okay, you bitches were yelling about this when I put this album out.
Like, I went and saw Hootie and the Blowfish, 2 summers ago? Yeah. Or last summer. Right, but like Darius Rucker is still like, yeah, I'll give you a little wagon wheel.
Yeah, of course.
Well, he's like, I'm a country,
I know why you're here, really.
He's a country boy.
All right, your question. What serial killer also performed as Pogo the Clown at children's parties?
Serial killer clown.
He's from Chicago.
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson?
Know who.
Charles Manson, you mean?
Yeah.
Ted Bundy?
No. No. John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, John Wayne Gacy. That's right.
Yeah.
And when you see him in the clown makeup, like, I would never hire you to entertain my children.
All right, question number 8, Tim.
Question number 8. What actress and American Idol contestant was nominated for an Oscar for her first screen appearance in the movie Dreamgirls?
Beyonce?
No. Jennifer Hudson.
Question 9. All right, if you don't get this one right, you're going to tie Nick as our biggest dummy, Tim.
Tim was not sober?
I think I might have to hang up after this.
Are you hearing him?
just checking.
Let's make sure your headphones work. That's all. Yeah.
Turn the volume up.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Your question. What band's first top 10 hit in the United States was 1984's Legs? We play this band on this station.
3-man band.
Mm-hmm. Take that.
Actually, still touring.
Wow. Part of the band still touring.
Yeah, they lost one member.
Even though the guy who replaces him looks like him. Let's see. Tush.
LaGrange.
How.
Honestly, Legs is the one. To me, that's their biggest song.
Sharp Dressed Man.
Sleeping
All
Bag.
right, my bad.
Can I get a hint?
You just got about 10 of them.
The band's name starts with the letter Z.
Band with the band's name at the start of Z.
And the second letter starts with a Z.
Second letter starts with a Z. Oh, ZZ Top.
Oh, my God.
There it is, man.
Great work.
Tim's one of them horses you can lead to water.
Cave is Big Dummy, 206-805.
When you walk away after you've given up, the horse will go, oh, yeah.
I'm supposed to drink.
Yeah. Wow. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Kyle, sober or not sober?
Sober, but only for a couple minutes until I pick up a men's room IPA.
Nice.
All right, Kyle. Very good. Okay, Kyle, you're going to get bit by one. Are you taking a venomous spider, a bat, a wolf, or a snake?
Oh, those options all suck. Let's go snake.
Snake it is.
All right there, Kyle. Your question, in what year did the U.S. Revolution begin?
That's 1776.
1770.
1775.
75.
Oh, man.
All right, your question. What word comes from the name of a hot spring in Iceland? What word comes from the name of a hot spring in Iceland?
I'm sorry, did you say what bird?
What word comes from the name for a hot spring in Iceland? Think Yellowstone Park.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a geyser?
You got it. Nice job, Kyle.
A geyser.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Ben. Welcome to the men's room.
What's up, homies?
Hola. Ben, sober or not sober?
Always sober.
All right, Ben, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, you're going to get bit by one. You're taking a venomous spider, a bat, a wolf, or a snake?
Well, I mean, my last name is Wolf, so that's the one we're going with.
All right. Ben Wolf.
Yes, sir.
Okay. With an E?
Well, he's not a wolf anymore.
Are you Wolf with an E?
He's Ben Wolf.
No, there's no E. She would not. So it was not my birth name, but, you know, if you're getting married, you can both change your name if you want.
So you married a wolf?
No, we both changed it.
Did you both change it to Wolf?
We sure did.
All right.
What was it originally?
Abramowitz.
Arnold, which, you know, gets a lot of jokes. When
Ben
you're
Arnold, yeah.
Arnold. No wonder you changed your name.
Yep, I would have too, brother.
What, did your parents hate you?
I'm sure my father did.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Right to the point.
I like the certainty. Well, I'm sure my father did. My mother, not quite sure.
So you're free the third weekend of June.
Yeah. Save that $5 on a card and a phone call. All right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Here's your question. What actor played Mr. Miyagi in the original Karate Kid and Arnold on Happy Days?
Arnold theme.
Oh, no.
I know you can picture him.
I know he voiced dudes in video games and cartoons, too. Oh,
Wax
what was his name?
wax on, wax off, paint the fence. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You liked his bonsais?
Mako? Was that his name?
Pat Morita.
Yeah,
Pat Morita.
Yeah.
That guy's name was Patrick.
Pat Morita, man.
I gotta look that up. He just doesn't strike me as a Patrick.
No, nothing about him strikes you as Pat, but it was Pat Morita. All right, your question. Mount Etna is located on what Italian island?
Mount Etna, isn't that Italian island? Is that Sardinia?
Sardinia? No, Sicily.
Sardinia's Greek, and it is Sicily, yes.
Sardinia's kind of a little
Sardinia
bit of
is
both.
Italian.
Well, they're both. It's kind of a mix. I mean, culturally.
I know, but I think Greece claims
owns it.
Sardinia as part of its own.
That's ours.
You have Sicily, we're taking Sardinia. All right, your question. What is the chemical symbol for iron?
Oh, that's easy. That's Fe.
Boom.
Iron Man is a female.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Thank you, Benedict Arnold.
I cannot say Pat's real name. I get why he added the Pat.
How do you think you say it?
How do you spell it?
Norioto?
Norioto?
Okay. Just call me Pat.
I guess I can say it.
Yeah, I know. It's like you hula hooping.
Right.
Hello, John. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Johnny, on team sober or team not sober?
Sober.
Okay. All right, John, our men's room poll. You're going to get bit by one. You're taking a venomous spider, a bat, a wolf, or a snake?
Well, I hate snakes, so it's probably going to be a snake with my luck.
You're taking a snake?
Just taking it then. Okay.
Taking a snake.
All right, John. Here's your question. So the last question is, what is the chemical symbol for iron? And the answer correctly, it is Fe. Now, your question is, why is Fe the chemical symbol for iron? Yeah, you got the tough one.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Sulfur addition.
Iron was originally called ferrum.
Oh.
Hence
never would
Fe. All right, your question. Who is the first black actor to win the Oscar for Best Actor?
Fournier or
I think you're tracking.
I think you're right there. Yeah.
Sidney Poitier.
Yeah, I got it.
Boom.
Nice
Yeah.
work. Nice work.
All right. Guess who's coming to dinner?
Big Dummy!
Nutty dreadlock.
I feel like the only movie I've seen him in is the reverse, that old movie that they redid.
Where he's playing, like, black people are the majority. And
Yeah.
Who?
Is it John Travolta? Is like the white guy?
Was that Harry Belafonte or was that Sidney Poitier? I think it was Harry Belafonte who played that movie. Oh, I see.
They kind of look alike, Ted. They're both black.
I see what's happening here. Wow. Man, we've known each other a long time, bro. I just
Walked into that one.
Hey, whatever, man. Whatever. It's all good. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Tom, team sober?
Team sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, what's going to bite you? Venomous spider, bat, wolf, or snake?
I think snake.
Taking the snake.
All right, Snake Tom. Here's your question. What is the capital of Missouri?
Springfield, I do declare.
One and done. Oh, is that Springfield?
It's Jefferson City.
Oh, that's right.
Give it its due.
Jesus.
Jefferson City.
I forgot about that.
But I like that you did declare.
I was so confident, too.
Oh, no, we get once you say I do declare, that reeks of confidence right there. All right. Here's your question. What English earl's name is now associated with a type of sweater?
Cardigan?
Now you go.
Oh,
all right.
got it.
Didn't take long.
No, it's a pullover. Or no, it's a cardigan.
It's a V-neck.
Hoodie.
It's a Tech Bro North Face.
Earl of Hoodie.
Well, remember in Dumb and Dumber, when he's like, pull over. He's like, no, it's a cardigan.
Yep.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Dwayne. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Dwayne, sober, not sober?
Sharing a men's room lager here with my dog.
Oh, nice.
With the dog. All
The
right.
dog. All right. Dwayne, what are you taking that's going to bite you, man? You taking the venomous spider, bat, wolf, or snake?
I don't care. I'll do a snake. I don't like them, so I'll stomp on it when it's done.
Okay.
I'll let that you wait for him to finish. No, bite me first. Then I'm going to stomp you. All right. Here's your question. What part of the human body experiences different growth rates called antigen, catagen, and telogen? It's part of the human body. Antigen, catagen, and telogen.
These are different phases of growth on the body?
As best I can tell with my scientific background, yeah.
And your scientific background is pretty extensive, right?
Very deeply.
Let's go. The brain?
Feet?
Hair. Yep.
That's my next guess.
That's stupid.
Well, I don't really have any, so I stopped kidding.
Yeah, what is yours called?
Nonagen. All right, your question. According to the Bible, who was the strongest man on earth?
Hercules.
Are you helping me out, Miles?
No, he is not. He is not helping you out.
I'm joking.
Wrong book.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You've heard of this dude
that's what I
before.
was thinking.
I believe he's the hair guy.
That's what it's Samson.
Samson.
Got it. Okay. What do you think, Ted? One more?
One more.
All right, let's do one more contestant of Big Dummy.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Gary. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, my brother.
Hola. Gary, are you sober or not sober?
I'm not sober,
All right.
and I'm ready to play.
Okay.
I want some red. Where's that red at?
You know what, man? We haven't got a list yet of locations. As soon as we get that, we'll get that out there.
For sure.
Absolutely.
All
We've had a
right.
couple people ask that. Okay, what's going to bite you, man? Venomous spider, bat, wolf, or snake?
I've been bit by a spider, and I survived. I had a hole in my leg. I'm going to say spider because a wolf's going to bite your face off, and then a snake's going to kill you. So I'm not going to deal with that.
Do you still have
And I don't want rabies.
Do you still have a scar from that spider bite?
I do. There's a hole in my leg. I can feel it. You can't really see it, but it's still there. I can feel it.
I heard that.
All right. Gary, on a quick side note, you never have to say out loud, I don't want rabies. Just as a general rule for most human beings, in my experience, we all agree on that. No matter what our differences are on this planet, most of us come to the table and say, don't want rabies.
Can't believe it. I finally got rabies.
Thank God. All right.
Well, I was in the military. They put me through all kinds of stuff, so I probably would be immune to it anyway.
You know what they should do? You know what doctors should do, right? So, what do they call before your kid's born, what do they call those parties with the pink stuff or the blue stuff?
Gender reveal.
They should do that with diseases, right? And depending on the color that they shoot out of the can, like you can have rabies, you can have syphilis, right? Exactly. Just so there's a little build-up, make it kind of exciting, All right.
Okay.
Hey, man, I'm throwing ideas out there, All right. Our question for you, what constellation and zoological sign is represented by scales?
When it comes to lighting, Graybar goes beyond parts and products. We help contractors turn plans into smart designs, manage kitting and deliverables, and navigate local codes so you can stay on time and on budget. Smart, scalable, job site ready. That's not just lighting. That's like kicking your project into Graybar mode. Yep, Graybar does that.
I'm Sarah Austin Janess, The Moth's executive producer and longtime host of The Moth Podcast. Every week, we share true stories told live and without notes by real people from all walks of life. Stories about disastrous haircuts, May-December romances, photographing Pluto, fighting for justice, and so much more. Some stories make you laugh, some make you think, and many stay with you long after they're told. Discover the power of story. Follow and listen to The Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Warranty. It's an energy someone gives off when their appliances and home systems are protected by an American Home Shield warranty. Don't worry, be warranty.
For 20% off plans, visit ahs.com/listen. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions.
Do you have a dark curiosity? Follow and listen to Heart Starts Pounding on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
My brothers.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you
One
want it done?
and done.
Hang on. Then we give you a one and done question. True or false? After the success of teddy bears, the same company also sold Billy Possums.
Billy Possums. What? Say that again, please.
So after the success of teddy bears, the same toy company also tried to sell Billy Possums.
I have no idea what teddy bears are, but I'm just going to say Build-A-Bear.
You don't know what a teddy bear is?
A teddy bear.
I have no clue.
It's a stuffed bear that you give a kid, a teddy bear.
Yeah, don't they go build them somewhere?
Well, you can go to Build-A-Bear, but before Build-A-Bear came around...
True or false?
Yeah.
Listen, it's true. So...
Come on. Oh, what's a teddy bear? Like, Jesus.
A teddy bear's a teddy. I don't even know how to explain it. So... Teddy bears are named after Teddy Roosevelt, right?
All right.
So they launched a teddy bear, and they did very well. And then William Taft, he actually had a pet possum.
Oh.
So they tried to sell the Billy Possums. It turns out people weren't too excited about that one.
Speaking of possum, Ted's Meat and Potatoes coming up. The head chef has the states with the best food. And we've got your emails on the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.
When it comes to lighting, Graybar goes beyond parts and products. We help contractors turn plans into smart designs, manage kitting and deliverables, and navigate local codes so you can stay on time and on budget. Smart, scalable, job site ready. That's not just lighting. That's like kicking your project into Graybar mode. Yep, Graybar does that.
When your home system or appliance breaks down, American Home Shield will help fix or replace the covered item, no matter its age. Visit ahs.com/listen for 20% off any plan.
See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, limitations, and exclusions.
I'm Anna Garcia, host of True Crime News, the podcast. Every week, we bring you in-depth coverage on cases making headlines, as well as those that go under the radar. Tune in for murders that defy explanation, mysteries seeking exploration, and shocking secrets that will leave you breathless. Each week, we honor the victims by going beyond the salacious in our search for justice. Crime never stops, and neither do we. Listen to True Crime News, available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
On Aspire with Emma Grede, I sit down with people who don't just dream big, they build big. From Mark Cuban to Mel Robbins, we talk about mindset, ambition, and the work that actually moves the needle. Listen to Aspire with me, Emma Grede, an Odyssey podcast available now.
Warranty. It's an energy someone gives off when their appliances and home systems are protected by an American Home Shield warranty. Don't worry, be warranty.
For 20% off plans, visit ahs.com/listen. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions.
Head chef all the way, Ted's Meat and Potatoes has states with the best food. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com. And we'll jump right into the birthdays, brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Hola, guys. Today's my baby girl Stephanie's 14th birthday. Don't get to see her that much, but whenever I can. Could you give her a fart montage and Coach Ted giving her a pep talk on what to watch out for if she becomes a cheerleader when she gets to high school? Thanks, guys. That from Bradford.
All right, cheerleading in high school. Now, watch out for farts. I would also say watch out for that one girl. She's sneaking behind your back, talking to the coach. That seems to happen to cheerleaders in TV shows and movies. Other than that, just work hard. I don't know. Is there? I mean,
if it's about cheerleading, right?
It's always about drama,
backstabbing,
too.
right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing about trying out for football. Is you can put the other dude on his butt.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, hoping you could give my son Ethan a shout out today. He's turning 18 years old. He's a wonderful person, great son, and brother, and almost finished with school. Could you guys give him a fish sandwich medley? Your penis is too small. And Coach Ted giving him life advice about turning 18. Thanks, fellas. That from JC.
Can I get
a filet of fish sandwich?
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich?
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side.
Ooh, yeah.
I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some pure relish in the morning. At noon, and at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich? So you don't want a fish sandwich?
All right. There's a lot of good advantages. You're 18. You're an adult now. You can vote. You can get drafted. You can go. Oh, trust me, I'm getting there. You can go to a, let's just say, an adult entertainment venue. Maybe see some of that good stuff. Now, the downside. Stop doing all the stupid crap you were doing a year ago, as they will charge you as an adult now, fella. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I want to wish my beautiful and voluptuous wife, Tiffany, a very happy birthday. It's her dirty 30, and it could not be more appropriate for her. Fun little fact about her, she loves anything penis. So could she get your penis is too small? Miles giving a few penis jokes. What else? And the Dirty Germans with Jennifer Coolidge talking about, I guess, penises. Thanks so much, guys. And just to prove my point, here's a gift she received from one of her coworkers, a picture of a sculpture.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, did you know that my penis was in the Guinness Book of World Records?
No.
Then the librarian told me to take it out.
All right.
My penis may not be 12 inches.
Okay.
Smells like a foot.
Smells like a foot, though. And finally, I was riding the bus in Thailand. A beautiful woman gets on the bus and sits next to me. And I keep thinking to myself, do not get an erection. Do not get an erection. Do not get an erection. And she did. Today, Brandon is turning 36 years old. Oh, wait, we need some Dirty Germans. Sorry about that. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I want to know, is Jennifer Coolidge available for this?
Yeah, she should be.
Oh, God, you know I am.
Yeah.
I've seen so many penises. I don't know if you noticed, but I had slept with 200 penises after filming American Pie.
Yeah, the crazy thing is only 100 of them were attached to people.
See, I should come over and film a German pie.
Yeah.
And finally, the birthdays today.
They're German.
I know, somehow this sounds gross.
Today, Brandon is turning 36. Can we get some thrill shotgun gets? Your penis is too small. The Dirty German's talking about weird ways to use that filthy French's mustard. Mission Man, that from Nick.
Get. Yeah, I don't know about you, but that changed my diet, and therefore, quite literally, it is Grey Poupon.
Yeah. I like to put a little light on top of the French's yellow mustard bottles, and it goes inside a cave.
Yeah, let me just say this. My favorite mustard brand, Beaver.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Warranty. It's an energy someone gives off when their appliances and home systems are protected by an American Home Shield warranty. Don't worry, be warranty.
For 20% off plans, visit ahs.com/listen. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions.
Ya's the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Mmm, Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house in stereo.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. You know how these computers get, man.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Sometimes they just do that stuff. Outside of the states you guys have lived in, what would you say is a state you've been to where you're like, man, the food is good here?
Outside of a state I've lived in. Well, you've lived in Louisiana.
Right, so I got to strike that, and I've lived in Maryland, which for me are my two tops. But part of me says Virginia, but I'm not sure if it's Virginia or it's the fact that, one, my grandmother was a great cook, and that's where I went when I went to see her. Texas. I've never lived in Texas, but the food there is...
I'm going to go Louisiana, then.
All right.
I look forward to going there and just eating. I mean, you can walk into any place, and it's going to be decent.
You know what?
Or if not better than
just to be able to piggyback on that, I did live in Louisiana. I'll go ahead and say Mississippi, because we're in Biloxi, man.
Anything on the Gulf Coast through there.
Yep.
So they asked about 5,000 Americans, and they were just saying, hey, what state has the best food? Obviously, some of the states make this list, I think, just because of their size. So the number one state was California.
Yep.
Right?
You got San Francisco. You got L.A. You got San Diego. It's like...
Right. And like San Francisco, whether you like the city or not, to me is a great food city. Some of the best restaurants I've been to.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could pick almost any spot in the Mission District. You're going to get good Mexican food.
I've been to 4 or 5 cities with Little Italy's, and I think San Diego might be one of the best. Obviously, New York is.
Sure.
But San Diego's awesome.
Yeah. And there's, 85 Michelin-starred restaurants in California?
Yeah, I mean, but again, to your point, massive population, massive geological footprint. And again, you have L.A., San Francisco, which has a ton of money, San Diego. You can't go wrong.
Actually, Palm Springs has good food.
And they even say here, they're like the Mexican cuisine, the fresh produce, the gourmet burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's more of an L.A. thing, I think, but yeah.
Well, California, too, just the geography and topography of that state.
You can get everything.
Right. I mean, there's cowboys out there that make barbecue. You know what I
would
mean?
have to be a terrible cook not to do well in California.
Yeah.
Right? Like they would collect it. It's like England, right? Somebody F up everything except deep frying fish.
So they were number one. All right. The runner-up was New York.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, I think New York City, one of the largest cities in the world, is going to have a huge part of this. And like that's one great thing about it. If you go to New York City, any kind of cuisine you're looking for, you could find.
Yep. And if you go to Buffalo, the home of the chicken wing, can't.
But that's kind of it. Rochester is the garbage.
Right, but that's
good
one
food.
good thing out of there, man.
There's good food in both of those cities, but yeah, New York City, absolutely.
If you think
is why New
Memphis,
York's
you
number
think
one.
barbecue.
Sure.
But when you
And
think
violence.
Buffalo, you think wings.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a standalone thing, but man, that's deserving of a good vote.
It is. It is.
But it's the whole state. There's Albany, there's Poughkeepsie. Like, you don't hear anything about those. There's Syracuse. They don't
Well,
even-
there's a lot of Italians.
Yeah.
So, like Albany, Saratoga Springs. I mean, the Italian food's good. The pizza's great.
I've
New
been-
York City, obviously, the pizza's great.
Yeah, I've been to
Bagels.
Poughkeepsie. I went to Chili's.
Good call.
I got a black.
We're getting one at the airport.
The black and white cookie was good. But I don't
Yes.
know. Poughkeepsie overall.
I might buy a cheap ticket just to be able to walk into the airport and go to Chili's.
Yeah.
What's cheapest flight you got? You got like one to like, I don't know, like Wenatchee?
Just to go to Chili's.
Exactly.
Sir, we can't serve you anymore. Like, I'm not getting on the flight.
What's the shortest
I'm just here at Chili's, brother.
What's the shortest hopper on Alaska? Where am I flying to? All right, let's do it.
So we said California, New York, then you have Texas.
Yep.
Which I think, again, based just on barbecue will make it that way.
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex is very good. I mean, Tex-Mex basically starts, I want to say, in like El Paso, right? Because frankly, you're so close. I mean, El Paso's on the border, and a lot of those people, you just take parts of it back and forth. So that's why I think for a lot of Americans, like most Washington State, the West Coast difference, there's so many Mexicans. But I think for me growing up, the Mexican food I thought of was always Tex-Mex.
Right.
Yeah, it was Tex-Mex. Or we would get, like on the East Coast, you got a lot of El Salvadorian and a lot of Guatemalan.
Correct.
And then Mexican restaurants are just the same standard.
Like,
it wasn't really expert Mexican food.
I never even heard of mole till I moved here. And I was like, holy cow.
But don't forget, too, Dallas is like the home of the steak. So barbecue is one thing, but man, there are so many steakhouses, traditional baked potato steak, that kind of deal. Those are great too.
And then, we were talking about San Fran or New York. I mean, Austin's kind of in there now. There's so many people moving there. That food scene is crazy.
Yep.
So we had Texas. Next, we had Louisiana in the top five.
Obviously.
Right. The Creole stuff. I mean, just everything down there is
But they
delicious.
do things that no one else does.
Correct.
So, like, the Texas barbecue is outstanding, but you can find barbecue anywhere. It won't be as good.
You can find
but
buffalo
you can
wings
find it.
anywhere.
Right, exactly. But, like, Louisiana, man, it's what they have is different.
And it doesn't taste the same anywhere else.
No.
It's not that people can't replicate it and try to. It's just not as good. I mean, that oil can never be changed.
No.
It's like there's some basic rules. That
Well,
apply.
even
you just
some-
keep dumping more in.
Yeah.
You
Even
keep
some
topping it
simple
on.
things, right? Like, I don't really like olives that much, but I love that sandwich, right? It's got
Muffalata?
Yeah, muffalata.
Yeah,
It's got
I'm right
olives
there
all
with
over
you.
it.
I don't mind olives. I would not normally ask for that many olives on a sandwich. And the first time I got one, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Then I took a bite, and I'm like, I get it. That's one thing I'll say about New Orleans. I'm still not going to eat vegetables, but I won't really judge what I see until I eat it, because 99% of the time, it's great.
You can smell po' boys just walking down the street.
Yeah. Like I always say, boudin. And then also for Louisiana, by the way, the locals know it there. That was the state where the residents were the most confident when they asked them which state has the best food. They were like, oh, Louisiana.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Beignets are great. Those are unique to that area.
All right, now the last one in the top 5 of best states or best food states. This one's kind of a weird one to me, but Florida.
I agree.
There's a reason why.
I agree.
I mean,
Florida is the melting pot of the United States.
Well, you have Cuban food down in Miami. But, I mean, what would you call Central Florida cuisine?
Well, you got to remember, obviously there's a lot of seafood. But
Correct.
But geographically speaking, in Naples, for the most part, it's more of a heavy Catholic New York, New Jersey population.
Yeah.
When you get to the east side, like Boca Raton, north of Miami, that's a very big Jewish section. So
right.
you've got all the, you just got to.
But you have to nail it, because these people are coming basically from
they're
New York
retired.
City.
They're retired there.
Yeah.
So basically, whatever you need to find, somebody has retired and they have set
They
up
brought it
shop
with them.
and they brought it with them.
Right. Well, that's why, like, I talk about Sherman's down in Palm Desert or Palm Springs.
Yeah.
But obviously, because the Hollywood influence and the big Jewish influence, they all come over from Hollywood and we're like, we got to make this Jewish deli really good.
I'll say something else about Florida is the portion sizes.
Oh, yeah. God, that's
huge.
I don't care.
Huge.
I would also tell people, I don't care what kind of fancy shot you're getting. It's going to be in a plastic cup, most likely.
It will. And you're drinking a bunch like Tall Boy.
All right. Now, do you want to know the states with the most unimpressive cuisine?
All right. I'm going to guess West Virginia.
West Virginia's on the list.
Okay. I'll say
Nebraska.
I don't know. South Dakota.
All right. Both North and South Dakota are on there. Nebraska is on there.
You think they'd have good steak?
I'm sure they do, but what do you do with the steak, right? So you have this quality meat, and then like anything, it's like some of the restaurants here. When we first moved here, I just remember saying, man, we got the king salmon, blah, blah, blah. And basically their sales pitches, we didn't do anything. We just added olive oil, salt, and pepper. And I'm like, then why am I paying you money? Right? That doesn't make sense to me. So it might be like that in Nebraska. Like, oh, no, this is a great cut of beef. We just...
Or it could be like the Dungeness crab. Nobody eats them here, and they ship them out everywhere. Same with Omaha steaks. Right? They just give them away.
I mean, I'm with you. I do think they do. And like I said, most of these states, like, if are you into steak and, meat, potato, they got you covered. But there's not a lot of variance.
Right. There's no versatility.
Indiana also made the list.
All right, I brought that up earlier.
Not shocked.
Montana.
What did you think of the food of Montana? Did you go out?
So we always go to Moose's. Shout out. That's
a pizza place, right?
It is. But even that pizza, I love it at Moose's. Moose's is more an experience. You're throwing peanuts on the floor.
Sure.
It's an old school saloon bar. But I don't know that I'm dying to have that pizza all the time. But I won't go to Montana and not get it, if that makes sense.
That makes
sense. They
sense.
have like rainbow trout on the menu. Like a whole trout.
So I did have a great sandwich, like a blackened trout BLT once in Missoula. So, I mean, you have that kind of stuff. But for the most part, that's a hard-working
like a bison burger.
Hard-working people, right. So, again, kind of just meat and potato kind of people. Utah, Vermont, and then they put Delaware on here.
I don't agree with that.
But I'm with you, because Delaware is, I mean, you're sandwiched in between. You're basically Maryland.
You're
on
stone's
the
throw away
Eastern
from
Shore.
Philadelphia.
Philly's right there.
But
So
are they saying that it's not authentically Delawarean? Because they
I
do have
guess.
great crab cakes, but they're Maryland crab cakes. And they have great cheesesteaks. They are Philly cheesesteaks. They have great diners and great Jewish delis, and they are New York City.
To me, that's Florida. Basically the same thing, just in a smaller
That's
version
why
of
I'm
it.
just wondering, like, how does Florida get the pass? Because it's the same thing, right? Delaware has fantastic food. None of it's authentically Delaware, but then again, if I'm in New York City eating Italian food, it ain't authentically Italian. I'm in New York freaking
You'd
City.
be shocked how many people retire in Delaware because of all the tax breaks you
There's no
get.
tax.
I mean, there's a you're living by the ocean if you want to. You're living by a major airport in Philadelphia or Baltimore. I don't know.
I mean, Phil
think
is right, though.
Gets a bad rap.
When I think about food in Delaware, I think about crab cakes, cheesesteaks,
French fries.
I think about Baltimore and I
Pizza.
think about Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right, like, sorry, I mean, but I know they have it.
Just the last thing here is New Yorkers spend the most time eating, 52 minutes a day. Arkansas eats the fastest, 41 minutes.
That's the way, because there's no brothers and sisters go steal the food.
Yeah, I mean, just look at some of the rates. I'm not shocked they're eating fast down there, too.
Nope.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Coming up at 5:08, we will drink and toast with the shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
I'm sensing plumbing problems. Worry not. With American Home Shield, you can now video chat with live repair experts for help with home fixes over the phone. Talk to a real human expert over video chat who can help get that home system or appliance back on track. Sounds like peace of mind. American Home Shield. Don't worry, be warranty. Visit ahs.com/listen for 20% off any plan.
Video chat feature available as benefit to AHS members with select plans. See ahs.com for hours and details.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up here at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Big Bear, California is opening it up to the public to name a new pair of eaglets that have hatched in the area.
Why do they do that? You know,
I
people
know.
are just...
You know what's going to happen.
Eagly face.
Yeah. That's too much responsibility for us. We have proven time and time again that is too much responsibility for us. You guys are the pros. Name it something cool.
And people aren't original. Like Bodie McBoatface, right?
Exactly.
Like, all right, that was the first one. That was kind of funny.
But then everyone just copied it, and you're like, yeah, you can't just
Flowey
repeat the same joke.
McFlowface.
Right. See, that's what I like about some zoos. They're like, look, this is Ting Ting and this is Dinkle. Those are their names. That's it.
What about? I would rather sit back and just enjoy the one that you came up with rather than put it to people and then now I'm upset by what they chose.
My thing, would you do that with your own child? Like, hey, my wife just gave birth. I'm looking for the public's input on the kid's name.
Well, name one bald.
What about Regal?
There you go. Bald and Regal.
Regal Eagle.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's why we don't open up to
rhymes.
the public. I'd name them like Jeff and Todd.
What about, I don't know, George and Abe?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Freedom.
Cain and Abel.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
I think Cain and Abel eventually have to fight, dude.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, man, they're brothers. According to a new study, if you're craving chocolate, watching videos of it might be enough to satisfy the urge.
I think they are incorrect.
Doesn't taste like that.
I could watch a lot of videos of people having sex. Doesn't stop the urge to have real sex.
That's a very strong point.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, Pizza Hut does not put out a commercial and not show you pizza. Our fear is that if you keep watching this commercial, you're not going to want to pay. I mean, my God. Reese's, Godiva chocolate, someone else, the Lindt chocolate. They advertise it all the time.
Also, pictures of chocolate really don't do anything for me.
Well, because it just looks like
it's a piece of chocolate.
Yeah.
But I've also seen videos of people that make chocolate molds and little statuettes and whatnot. It's just, and it's so much chocolate that I actually get a little bit of an overload in my brain for it. I'm like, okay, I don't need it.
I mean, look, there's a guy that does a lot of fancy stuff. He made like an F1 car this year. It looked awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if it made me hungry for chocolate.
But it make you want to watch F1?
Yeah, I mean, it looks badass, right? I think Twix made one too.
A Twix F1 car?
Yeah.
Come on, Twix. You're punching above your weight now. Just settle down.
Max Verstappen known to eat a Twix after a race.
Okay.
While walking is the go-to workout for more than 44% of adults, it may not be enough on its own, according to a new study.
Well, you're going to keep your muscle mass, you know?
It might not be
Yeah,
enough,
exactly.
but don't not do it if you're already doing it.
Correct.
So if you're working out, they
Don't
say
give
do
up.
weight training and cardio. There's two things you need to do in the
Right.
weight room, and then there's you just got to eat well. It's a 3-step
Right.
plan. If you do all
old
three of
saying-
those,
the
you'll just
old-
be hungry all the time. Is the problem?
Right. The old saying is an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But if you just eat an apple a day, it's not going to keep the doctor away. You do need to put
You're
more
going to
in.
die.
I mean, yeah, again, there's so many different variants. Like, whatever works for you, keep it up. If
that's
you're
it.
doing it, right, stay active.
There you go. There you go. Put your thinking caps on, Jen. It's time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. It is an adjective brought to you by the letter B, and I give you guys about an 80% chance of success on this one. It describes somebody who is acting or something that is done in a very open and shocking way without shame or embarrassment.
Boisterous.
Brazen.
Brazen.
Brazen. Miles, you nailed it.
Two in a
Brazen.
row.
Wow.
Check out the big brain on Miles. His intellect is brazen.
Crazy.
Kind of like the act of vandalism that happened in the men's room, as according to Tim's hint there on the men's room stream at KISW Rock.
Oh, destroying, well, not even destroying the Miles bobblehead, but then stealing it.
Did you find out about that, Mike?
No, I just heard about it in the car on the way over, and I was like, "How?"
I swear to God,
in the world?
it's
Who the
gone.
hell's
The
bullet different?
bobblehead's gone. Like it was broken. I was broken at the ankles yesterday.
Yeah.
And they tried to set it up and prop it up. And I was going to take it into engineering and see if they had any super glue, right? I was going to put my legs back on my feet back on my
It
body.
hurts when it's you, doesn't it?
And then I came in here to grab it, and it's gone.
Do you have any more?
I've got more, but you know,
All right.
it's
Bring another one in. Let's see what happens.
It's the principle of it, because if whoever did this, they're going to see and go like, "Oh, it's okay now." It's like, no, it's not.
Or they might break the head off.
You
that
broke
I
my
saw.
legs.
You
off.
don't know.
You broke my legs off.
There could just be somebody that only shows up 1 or 2 days a week that just has it out for you.
Could be. I got to watch my back.
That's how I would throw. I
Maybe it was a
think
warning.
put up another. You know what? Let's
Put up
just put up
another one.
let's just put up a
I
missing
put
poster.
up a RIP.
Ooh.
I put up an RIP right there.
Oh, R.I.P. What we should put up a missing poster on the fridge.
Let's put a
Front
few around.
door.
Okay. Right. Let them know that this matters, man. Even though it doesn't.
I agree.
I'm
We're
gonna-
pissed. We just start handing out flyers around the office.
Yeah.
Just go around the office to everybody that's there. Hand out the flyer. Have you seen Miles?
I'm going to slap it on people's milk cartons in the fridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Apparently,
I like the idea of just somebody that we have no idea. Somebody that's nice to you, just be like, I'm breaking his bobblehead and I'm taking it.
But I could have super glued it back together if you just didn't make the damn thing disappear.
Well, it's too late now. We don't know that.
I know. I looked all around. I can't find it.
They tried to hide the crime.
Yeah, give us the body. Let us mourn.
Well, first they just leaned the damn thing up against the window. So, all right, that's fine. But I'm going to try to fix it. And now it's just completely gone.
You know, the
3
cops
miles.
are going to they're going to drop the Guthrie case and get on this.
I used to get mad when one of my teas were missing out of the refrigerator, but this is a different level. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Apparently, a tape measure may be a better predictor of high blood pressure than BMI.
A tape measure?
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, just basically one of those things to measure your waist.
Oh. Right. Okay.
I was like, what do we measure?
Right, exactly. Doing okay
Sometimes
or
just taking
doing
a
not
gander at
okay?
your waistline. According to a new study, people consistently underestimate how much they'll enjoy a conversation when it's about a topic that they find boring.
Well, sure. If you find the topic boring, you don't believe you're going to enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes it might seem like it's going to be boring. I think my main thing is, do I have any interest in it? Like, I'm not a huge art person, but I have interest in art. So if you start talking to me about art stuff, I'll be like, all right, I don't want to hear you talk about tauntauns.
But I think a lot of times it depends who's talking to you there. Easy on the tauntauns, brother. All right. Okay, it's back up.
Damn, man.
I'm talking to you. I don't want to hear it. Every time I see him, like, tauntaun this, tauntaun that.
You know what? I'm going to get you like a stuffed tauntaun or something for your birthday.
Sweet.
Oh, my gosh.
Break its ankles.
I don't care about Tauntaun. Ted Smith does not care about Tauntaun.
I think it's your shirt that says it. Don't care about tauntauns, bro.
How do you feel about Miles' ankles?
Yeah. What if I put up $500 reward? $500 reward. You know what I'm saying? That person's going to come forward. I'm going to be like, it was a lie.
Mike's right. It could be an inside job.
$500. I'm not giving you $500. It's a trap.
Coming for you, Montgomery.
It's a trap.
Say Tauntaun one more time.
Right. God damn it. I will break another one. Don't push me.
Yeah, Ted broke my Challenger toy. I had a little transformer.
Not on purpose.
In like 2 seconds.
I was trying to make a transformer.
In 2 seconds.
I mean, it was
And
amazing.
it was a Challenger one.
Yeah.
So the value got up.
I
Ted's
know,
like,
I
ooh,
know.
let me see.
It was a freaking collector's item.
It's like, damn.
Just like my bobblehead.
How long did you have that thing in your hands?
It was very quickly. Transform, you bastard.
Yeah, I think that's a sad day.
Experts are seeing a rising trend in pet humanization.
Humanization?
What,
Yeah,
saying they're
I
part
know
of your
what you're wondering.
family or
What the hell
something
do
like
we-
that?
Well, you know what? Let's go down the list.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So I looked up here the 10 ways that we humanize our pets. And here's what we got. Basically using human health products. Giving pets vitamins, supplements, luxury spa services, all that fun stuff.
For real.
You know, treating them a little bit.
Why would I give my dog like Flintstone vitamins? I mean, like, dude, they got stuff for dogs.
Well, her bones will eventually start to, degrade a little bit, so you want to give her some supplements. to
Well,
keep
you know what?
calcium up.
Actually, they do say it's not a bad thing. It's all about the dosage based on weight.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like Smith Family Popcorn, they have a popcorn that's designed for dogs.
What?
You don't just feed it regular popcorn.
What separates popcorn from popcorn?
I'm not positive, but my cousin has a dog named Colonel.
Oh, my God.
And they designed it for him.
Colonel.
Yes. Well, I think it's less calories. It's supposed to be a great training tool. I don't know. I'm selling it for him.
Okay.
Yeah, popcorn.
My dog gets a puppuccino. It's just whipped cream in a cup.
This is actual popcorn. I don't know what's
believe
different.
you. That's what I'm wondering. Like, huh?
My dog Honey lived off chicken McNuggets from McDonald's for about 3 months of her life before she passed.
And her own vagina. Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
That's the sauce.
That dog's like, dude.
That thing was always clean.
I
Clean
know.
as a whistle.
Chicken McNuggets at the end of her life. I mean, this is a little dark, but when my dad, we kind of knew he was like, all right, I got a few months left. Me and my brother, we can get you whatever, make a list. When I'm home, we're going to go. And he's like, Really want to try that new shrimp at Arby's.
Shrimp at Arby's?
I was just like, look, I like Arby's. I was thinking like a last meal.
Oh, you know.
Like, all right.
Shrimp at Arby's.
Shrimp at Arby's.
God damn.
And I go, you been watching college football? They've been hammering that ad.
Yep.
He goes, yeah, I have. I was like, all right.
That's why.
10 ways that we humanize our pet: treating them as children, providing strollers, or treating them as a substitute for human family formation.
Has the stroller thing caught on? I only really noticed it when I moved to Seattle.
I've only seen it in Seattle. Maybe it's gone nationwide now. I will never understand it. And look, most people view their pets as part of the family. I do too.
Yeah.
But now that I am a parent, anyone that says, oh, this is our, dog baby. Like
Fur baby.
Fur baby, sorry. Like, you are insane if you think there's even a remote similarity between dealing with your kids and dealing with your pet.
Well, maybe this is the only kid I'm going to have, Steve. It's my little baby.
That is fair. I get it. I'm just saying, like, man, trust me, they're going to be cheaper. They're going to be nicer. They're going to be quieter.
Oh, yeah. I have to bury my child.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. When you put it like that, that's pretty hardcore. Yeah.
It's actually harder for me.
I had my kids not living as long as yours. But you put yours down. I would never do that. Hey, man, the kid's really sick. All right. That costs too much to fix them. Just put them down. It's cool. I'll figure it out. I don't get another one looks like it.
Forcing social interaction, taking pets to dog parks, social events that match human schedules but can cause the animals stress.
Well, some dogs like to play with other dogs. Other dogs just like people or want to be left alone.
And you'll know. Take them to the dog park. You figure it out quick. And no offense to our pets, you got to be on our schedule. Mm-hmm. Get a goddamn job if you want to change that. Go play the role of Beethoven or something. Otherwise, I'll get to you when I can.
What's the big dog park? Is it Magnuson? Where they have
one
a river and all that stuff. The dogs that like to swim. They run up right to that river and jump in, and they're in there the entire time. The rest of them are not in there because they don't want to swim. So all dogs have different traits.
And all dogs go to heaven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Except that one, Sunshine.
Yep.
That poor dog. Only dog in hell.
The lonely dog in hell. That's dog hell. They're absolutely all alone.
You should almost write like a children's story. The only dog in hell.
Jesus. Oh, maybe she's getting a visit from Bobblehead Miles.
$500.
Conversational talk and speaking to pets, expecting them to understand complex sentences or talking for them in high-pitched voices. I'll admit I do that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't currently have an animal, but I'm guilty of it too. I'll talk to dogs all the time.
I talk to my dog all the time, but I know damn well she doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. She's just happy because she knows I'm communicating with her.
But you can also hear the tone and resonance of your voice and understand.
And they get right.
Yes, they get your temperament based on how you communicate with them. If you go, hey! If you go, hey, buddy, they know that.
Here you go, Ted. Serving gourmet or specialized diets, feeding them pet artesian, human grade, or specialized diets. This could also go into your dog popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn.
Popcorn. My bad.
I get it, and I understand if you could afford it, you want to feed your dog a great diet, but it's like, I don't know. Dogs ate puppy chow for years, or dog chow. It seemed fine.
They lick their own butt. I mean, they're not overthinking. I did watch our boss's dog hair clubs years and years and years ago. Hey, man, will you watch my dog? I'm out of town. I think it was 2 days. I'm like, sure. Then when he brought the dog, then he had the list of, this is what she needs to eat. So I'm like, so I got to boil sweet potatoes, make rice, right? It wasn't just watching the dog. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, my buddy's wife is a vegetarian. I went to the house once, and she was like browning ground turkey, cooking rice. I was like, oh, all right, let's rock and roll. And she's like, it's for the dog. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah. I just, whatever.
Get a bag of frozen vegetables like medley, throw that in there with some rice and some protein.
I eat that as a human.
We share our bed, allowing pets to sleep in human beds.
Yeah.
You know what? Their life is short. They get to be comfy.
Oh, so the dogs sleep in your bed.
Life is short.
Yes.
Let them be comfy.
How many dogs sleep in your bed?
100%.
Just one?
We just have the one. The cat has to sleep in my bed.
You got a second dog in the bed.
You got a dog, and how many cats on your bed when you sleep?
Sometimes I've had all three.
All right.
Gets a little crowded.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. The dog sleeps on the bench at the foot of the bed. She waits for me to fall asleep. So basically, when I wake up, she is now on the bed.
All right.
But when I go to sleep, we have this agreement. You're not on the bed until I fall asleep.
She's also huge.
Well, my dog?
Yeah, she's a big girl. She takes up a lot of space.
She's medium size, I think. She's what, about 55, 60 pounds?
Yeah.
She takes up
Yeah,
enough
but I've seen
goddamn
dogs
space.
stretch out.
Well, they do stretch out, and they've also determined they like pillows. And I'm like, we're not doing this. We're not laying head-to-head on my pillow. You got to go.
Using human terms of endearment, calling ourselves mom or dad, and the pet's our baby.
I don't.
No.
No. It's my dog.
No, it's my dog.
I love
You're
my
calling yourself owner, though.
The reason I think it's weird to call yourself owner, because to me, if you're the owner, why am I supplying food? Why am I literally picking up a pile of crap? Like, to me, I feel like I'm on the losing end of this proposition, and every single one. You don't give me a massage when I get home from work, but I give you one. We just call it petting you. You don't even have to work. You don't have to flush the toilet for me, but I will gladly pick up your steaming pile of crap off the grass when I go out. I'm like, how did I get myself into this? You sleep all goddamn day when I'm at work. I mean, just like, what is going on? You just walk up to me on the sofa and just sit on me, and somehow we've determined that's okay. But if I even accidentally step on your tail, you're mad for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we dress them in clothes, using clothing for fashion rather than warmth.
No.
Yeah,
Not for fashion, but man, I never had a problem putting on like a raincoat here with the dog, just because it was so much easier when I got back in. All I had to do was dry the paws and the head.
I'm guilty of it. Dated a girl with a small dog. Got him a Maryland jersey. I'm a Seahawks jersey. I wanted to gear him out.
Small dogs, it doesn't bother me. So I'm like, you're kind of a dog.
Yeah.
You know, you got a Chihuahua or something like that. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, they're
you're
cool
kind
too.
of a dog.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dress you the way I want.
And then I will leave you with this last and final way that we humanize our pets. Celebrating birthdays and holidays. I buy them gifts, cakes, or dressing their pets up for the holidays.
I couldn't tell you when the birthdays are.
Yeah.
And my kids always say, when is Molly's birthday? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I have no freaking idea. And she doesn't bring it up.
She was a rescue. We have no idea on the timeline of this animal.
Oh, no, we do. And my wife knows. I don't know.
Oh.
Same thing with the cat.
I mean, you always say the day you brought him home.
I couldn't tell you.
But that's not a birthday.
Just pick an arbitrary day.
Today, kids, it's freaking today. Let's do it.
Hey.
9/11.
Oh, God. A man in China went to the doctor complaining of unbearable pain in his throat, and what was causing it is disturbing.
What was that?
Tell you all about it at 5:15.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk, and Steve will throw hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Today we toast 50-year-old Heidi Alexander of London, England. Now, since November of 2024, Ms. Alexander has served as Britain's Secretary of State of Transportation. And earlier this year, she addressed England's pervasive pothole problem. And she said, and I quote, "We're going to put an end to the pothole plague and fix Britain's roads for good. You're driving to work and you hit that same pothole day after day. Our broken roads are a daily misery for drivers and cyclists who face the inevitable choice of either damaging their car or dangerously swerving. Potholes also risk unexpected costs, resulting in vehicle repair bills that can be as much as £1,000, a headache that all of us could do without, especially when times are tough. I share the frustration of motorists around the country. For too long, our roads have been a symbol of decline. That ends now," unquote. Yeah, her car had to be towed earlier today. I was driven to a pothole on the way to work.
So she's right.
Yep, long and short of it, man. She had a Mini Cooper, I believe. They showed the pothole. She's like, her joke was, I'm pretty sure the Artemis people saw this on the other side of the moon. But her whole thing, part of the reason she got the position is because she's everyone's anti-pot, because the potholes are a thing.
Yeah.
And then, her car went down in flames today in a pothole. So here's to you. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the broke to party in our tummies. Down the hola bajola.
All right, it's going to get tested online for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Warranty. It's an energy someone gives off when their appliances and home systems are protected by an American Home Shield warranty. Don't worry, be warranty.
For 20% off plans, visit ahs.com/listen. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Thrillhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Oh, sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Jorge. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, guys.
Hola. All right, Jorge, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of three stories today. Today we offer you the wonderful world of drugs. We have bite me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally today, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
It's been a crazy week. Let's do drugs.
You're not going to believe this, but we go to the state of Florida, where officers with the Jupiter, Florida Police Department, they were dispatched to the Jupiter Wellness Center and Pharmacy for reports of an aggressive patient armed with a gun. Now, a witness told deputies that the suspect, later identified as 67-year-old Louis Capelli, he aggressively kicked open the pharmacy door, waving around a holstered firearm in his hand. Two staff members told police that he stated he would, quote, blow you guys up if he didn't get his drugs. Quick side note, he had a prescription. Anyway, the two employees called law enforcement, and when Capelli noticed that they were calling the cops, he said, quote, call the cops. I'm allowed to open carry. Capelli then continued to the back of the pharmacy toward a doctor and continued to aggressively demand the prescription. Now, upon arrival of the police, Capelli, he was in possession of a black bag containing two firearms and one pellet gun. Now, he told officers that he never brandished a firearm, but he did admit that he had visited the medical office. Now, based on the evidence, officers say they found probable cause to book his ass for 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of carrying a firearm into an alcohol establishment. Oh, okay. Anyway, the question is, what drug was he demanding, even though he had a prescription for it? Was it Oxycontin? Was it Xanax? Was it Percocet or was it Valium? So Oxys, Xanax, Percocet, or Valium?
Those are some options. What do you think, Ted?
Man, I don't know. It's tough because they're all. I mean, I can see people freaking out if you're addicted to any of them.
Yeah.
I guess Valium too.
I guess if you
just
don't
because
have
it's
it.
Florida, I'll go Oxys. I don't understand. Like, he has the prescription.
You have a prescription, dude. Just
George, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to Percocet route.
Okay. I had a prescription. I'm gonna say Oxy.
You're going to go Oxy?
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Okay. What did this guy have a prescription for, but wanted to get a gun and try to get more, I guess? Oxy, Xanax, Percocet, or Valium will let you know next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category is drugs on Profile This. We got to Florida where a patient was at a facility. He kicked open the pharmacy door, wherever that was. He had a gun.
Yeah.
He demanded drugs from the pharmacist. Drugs that he actually had a prescription for. Question is, what was the drug? Oxycontin, Xanax, Percocet, or Valium?
And Jorge, that is the question that we asked you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery. You went with Percocet. It was not Percocet. And Jorge, you agreed with D. Ted Smith and said, look, man, they're all prescription drugs. Anyone might go crazy if they're addicted, but it's Florida, which says a lot. And you were both correct.
Okay.
Oxys.
It was, in fact, Oxys.
Yeah.
He had a prescription for them. That's the part I don't get.
He just walked in already mad?
It said he kicked the door open to the pharmacy and started waving the gun around. It's like, bro, you have a prescription. We have it here. We have to fill it for you, but like, put the gun down. But he was, whatever was going on in his brain, I'm assuming he was on something else when he showed up.
Now for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
So yesterday on the show, we were talking about something, and somehow we got on the Montreal Expos.
Yeah.
Right? And Throw, you just said, if people don't go, the team leaves. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like it's kind of like a Sonic's Gate thing where there was more involved. So I said, you know what? There's a documentary on Netflix about the Expos. And basically, the whole documentary is who's at fault.
All right.
So, first of all, I don't think this will shock a lot of people, but as an American, I just remember the Expos kind of the same thing, like seemed like it was in decline. Nobody really cared.
Sure.
I didn't realize that was the first Major League Baseball franchise outside the United States.
Really? That was the first one?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Right, because they got the Expos, I want to say in the late 60s, early 70s. And like,
oh, probably during the World Expo Fair, I'm guessing.
And these people, well, they had a minor league team, but these people in Montreal, they really liked baseball. And like they were saying, they were like, you know, like you're Canada, they were like, you know, we kind of felt like part of the crew.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We have a baseball team. So there's one guy that owns it. He doesn't have a ton of money. So the team does all right and whatever. And they run into some, you know, financial troubles. So basically this guy goes and he's like, I don't want to have, like, most baseball teams are just owned by one person, right?
Right.
You know, you have the Steinbrenners of the world, this and that. So he goes to a bunch of different businesses in Montreal and it's like, hey, what if we put a collective together? We'll all put in this amount of money and we'll keep the team in Canadian ownership, right? Now, the thing you got to keep in mind, I didn't really think about it, is like it's Canada, right? So they don't have as, like, they have business people and stuff, but you don't have the generational wealth that had already been accumulated by a lot, you know, I'm trying to think of these families, like the Vanderbilts or the
Rockefellers,
the Ford, right? You know what I mean? Like the Ford family, this family, that family. So they're like, we just don't have that kind of money up here yet. So anyhow, they get these guys together and they're kind of running the team, but they're also, Major League Baseball is like, one guy's got to be in charge.
Okay. Manage the team, so to speak.
Right. So now they're kind of plugging along, and they get actually a really good team, right? And I kind of forgot about this. In 1994, of course, was famous for the baseball strike. They were the best team in baseball, right? You had Felipe Alou had played there.
Yep.
Felipe Alou.
Was Andre Dawson on that team?
Andre Dawson was on that team.
Ron LaFleur from Detroit.
Larry Walker's on that team. What's his name? The pitcher. You know him from the Red Sox.
Not Tom Seaver.
No. Caribbean guy. Threw down the old baseball coach from the Yankees once. He's on Fox. He's on there all the time.
I don't know.
Oh, Pedro Martinez.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So they have a lot of these young, really good guys. And you got to keep in mind, in the 90s, the Braves were a dynasty in the National League.
Yes, they
I
were.
think they only won one World Series, but the Braves were the best. They're beating the Braves and this and that. So now you're kind of like, they're already against it, right? So part of the strike issue is that the Expos themselves are like, we want a salary cap. The players don't want it.
Of course they don't.
Right. But they're cruising along, right? They're probably, like, they're going to go to the World Series. And at this point, they had been down for so long, they were losing money. So they're like, the stadium's packed all the time, right? It's like part of the culture there. This one woman's talking about her baby was born. She was like, okay, bring a TV in. I need to see the Expos game. So who knows what happens if that season doesn't end? So now you have, right? So first you have the guy that doesn't have enough money. Now you have the strike and the strike shortened season, which really crushes them. And then basically they just have a fire sale and sell their best players, right? So they sell their 4 best players. So now the team just sucks. So then you go a couple more years. So then he's running out of money. The other owners don't like him. He got appointed by the Major League Baseball to be in charge of the Expos and make all the decisions. So those group of owners vote him out for trading all the players. Now you got to find another buyer. So Major League Baseball, they find Jeffrey Lurie, right? Art dealer from New York City. Mm-hmm. He comes up there. I forget the guy he has with him. That guy just comes off as a complete twerp. And they're like, they have a big press conference. the Expos are going to be back. We're going to buy free agents, this and that. They don't, right? And I get it. They're like, look, when you looked at the financials, it's worse than we thought.
Sure.
But also, you know, they just didn't do what they were.
Was there no collective bargaining agreement?
Right. So the other thing is now they say we need a new stadium. But at this point, you got to keep in mind.
That's the time you're going to bring it up. Okay.
The Canadian dollar is not doing well, especially in Quebec, right? In Montreal, right? So they're kind of lobbying like we need to get the stadium. But the city officials are like, man, we can't pay the schools.
Right.
We're not going to build a new stadium right now. So Jeffrey Lurie and all of this, where he says there's nothing we could, you know, his buddies, there's nothing we could do. So basically, look, they didn't do anything illegal, but they wrote in all this stuff in these in the contract with the other owners that basically Jeffrey Lurie, who has enormously deep pockets, he says, hey, I'm going to go buy Miles Montgomery, and you guys can't chip in any money, then I get to buy you out.
Right.
So he just buys out enough of the guys, gets
then
enough.
The team.
Right. Then sells the team. He bought it for, what, $70 million? Sells it for $120 million because now they're going to be a franchise in Miami. The league just buys it back. I don't know how he made that much money off it if you didn't sell it to another guy.
Right.
And then basically at that point, the stadium is in disrepair. I mean, it's raining in there sometimes. It's a dome stadium. It's an Olympic stadium. Yeah. It's not built. It's not built for baseball. It's awful. But again, you can't really blame these people for not wanting to do that.
So the Expos are the Miami Marlins?
No,
they're the Nationals.
Jeffrey Lurie basically just wanted to own a team, so he bought the Expos, kind of flips it, and then goes, ooh, I'd rather live in Miami and run that team. He goes to Miami. So now the Major League Baseball basically is just babysitting the Expos, and all the other owners are kind of making decisions. Well, they're not going to spend money.
No.
So then, and I don't blame at this point, the fans who love the team, but they're just like, well, why would we go to this park and watch these games? You can't. So again, it's very complicated. There's not one single thing you can point at besides money.
Yeah.
And go, it was the strike that killed the Expos, or it was Jeffrey Lurie and his buddy. Like, they all kind of have a part in it. But in the end, it's like the same thing. It's like you're blaming the fans because in the States, that's what you do. You get taxpayer money.
Yeah.
And listen, I can hear both sides of that argument, right? You can't deny, I know everybody here had to pay a lot of taxpayer money to get Lumen Field built, or for FIFA stuff, Seattle Stadium. But also, you look at all the businesses and everything that are in that area that benefit from it as well. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's a tough call. All it does really is frustrate you. Because when you see these people and their passion for it, I mean, the one guy, he's like, look, I stopped watching baseball. I couldn't watch a game for 10 years. But then he has a boy. His son's into baseball. So now he likes it again. But I guess for me, I was just blown away. Like, I did not realize how much of a culture thing that was. I didn't realize that Felipe Alou had played there. He liked it so much. He moved up there, married a girl from there, raised his kids there. I mean, it's wild.
Montreal is a great city. It's one of the greatest cities in North America.
Yeah, and when you hear Pedro Martinez even talking about it when he was young, he goes, you love crossing the border, right? There's no guns, there's no crime. I mean, right. Montreal's changed over the years, but he was like, it was great.
Quebec City's beautiful.
I think about Kevin Durant, right? He's drafted by the Seattle Supersonics.
Correct.
And he gets there, and he's like, this city, this is cool. Then they moved to Oklahoma City, and to his credit, he's vocal about anything he wants to be vocal about. But it's like, I don't want to live in effing Oklahoma City. That nobody wants to live in Oklahoma. I know, and actually, Oklahoma City is doing well for itself right now. But by comparison, it's not a place you want to be. And he made enough money where it's not a financial thing.
Correct. And the Jeffrey Lurie thing really just like it just seemed like they were doing dirty business. Now the other owners took him to court. And they talk about it. He's like, well, they didn't win anything. It's like, you're right. To the letter of the law, you had it in the contracts. I don't think those other guys, they had better lawyers and more money. And these guys didn't know, I think, what they were agreeing to sign.
Right.
And then also, they just didn't have a chance. You know what I mean? If you're a guy that owns a few banks in a city, like, you're rich. You have money, but you don't have that Jeffrey Lurie money. You can't start. So basically, he just waited for his turn to buy them all out and then said, I'm going to go to Miami.
Which is the plan from the beginning.
Correct.
Guaranteed.
I even talked to my brother about it, who's a massive Nationals fan. It seemed crazy there was baseball hadn't been there. And he's like, look, I'm a Nationals fan.
The Senators were there.
Right. And they left. I want to say they became the Minnesota Twins, but even he was like, I feel really bad for Montreal. Like none of us really knew that whole story. And I was one of those Americans too. I'm like, they speak French. They don't care about baseball. Turns out I was wrong. They really liked baseball a lot. It was like part of their culture. Like the mascot, like still shows up and does stuff.
Really?
And then, when you see these guys in their 50s and 60s just crying, and then when they sold that team to DC, they gave the fans half an hour. They hold a press conference at like 4:30. Game first pitch is at 7. Like, oh yeah, by the way, this could be the last Expos game ever.
Damn.
I mean, you just realize the fans of that team, they're the only ones that get screwed.
Sure.
It's not shocking. Everybody else made money. Jeffrey Lurie made plenty of money. He still owns a franchise in Miami.
Yep.
Major League Baseball made money. It's just like you can hear it in my voice. It just sucked.
Yeah.
And again, watch.
Well, it sounds like an interesting documentary.
It's a great
If you
documentary.
like baseball.
Yeah, and it's really good. Let's see. Matt LeBlanc. We know him from Friends.
And nothing else.
Yeah.
Joey.
He had Joey for 2 years.
Which was a spinoff of
Friends.
Yeah.
But
then he had the one on Showtime or HBO where he kind of played.
Was it Extra? No, that was her show. I forget what his show was on HBO.
But it was great.
It was.
Basically he was playing himself in an older version.
Correct.
Does like taking advantage of all the chicks.
I guess that's kind of what Thrill's saying.
Yeah.
So this is a different role for Matt LeBlanc. The show's called Flint, and this will be on network TV. And it's a cop drama, right? It's about a burned out LAPD detective who's looking forward to retirement when the city extends his service another 5 years. Determined to get fired, Miles, he starts breaking the rules, disobeying orders. But unfortunately for him, makes him a better cop.
Of course. What an original pitch.
It's quoted as a smart, character-driven show that has a really distinctive tone. I guess they're trying to pitch it. They're saying it'll be ready for 27, 28. I like the idea, though. The cop is like, I'll break the rules. And people are like, oh, we like this cop.
Right. Good guy.
Sounds familiar.
It does. I like Matt LeBlanc. I'm sure if that actually hits network TV, I'd give it a watch. See what's going on there. I like that guy. And then, I would highly recommend if you want to be pissed off and watch a little sports documentary, watch the Uncut or Untold on Netflix. And I'm telling you, that's how it ends. They interview different people in the end, and they're like, there's no real one person to blame.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Again, just the money game.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Los Angeles family is surprised when a large chunk of ice crashes through their roof. Meanwhile, 90-year-olds play video games, and Ohio police have the proof. Man spends 8 years with a metal chopstick stuck in his throat. 2 people busted after having 350 crabs on their boat. And a transportation secretary had to have her car towed after hitting a pothole. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
Right, our top story, we're going to China, where a man took a little while to solve a problem. He recently went to the doctor's office complaining of an unbearable pain in his throat. They did an x-ray and found the culprit, a 12-centimeter metal rod that was lodged in his throat, which was later determined to be a chopstick.
I'm assuming he did not know it was there.
I don't know how you can't is the thing, man.
I'm
They
right
didn't
there.
go into specifics as to how he managed to get the chopstick lodged into his throat, other than to say that he used to have an alcohol problem. That's literally his only explanation. Is, oh yeah, I used to have a problem with alcohol.
I mean, I can relate to that. It just seems like if you're using 2 chopsticks to eat, you know when you only have one.
Right. Now, while he complained that the pain that he was suffering from was unbearable, it apparently wasn't bad enough to warrant any medical attention for the prior 8 years that it was stuck in there.
See, that's a dude. That's a dude.
Right.
Not my penis. Yeah, my throat hurts. I don't know what's wrong, but I ain't going.
You knew he just thought that he was going to pass the dumb thing.
God damn, a chopstick.
Yeah, doctors eventually performed a procedure and extracted the stick from his throat, and he was able to go about his life.
Yeah. Things get better when they pull chopsticks out of your throat.
Yes, it did. In other news, to California, where they don't play around with numbers, according to Fish and Wildlife, 2 people were stopped after a day out on the water and were found to have been fishing without licenses. Now, while a couple catches could be overlooked by some, these 2 found themselves in a world of trouble as they were found in possession of 351 crabs, a full 281 more than the legal limit.
Okay.
Fines were seized at the No, not dungeons. I forget what they were. Hang on.
They were,
where were they?
A crab I've not heard of.
Like a striped crab of some kind.
Off the coast of California, right?
Huh. All right. Yeah. Where were they here? Collected crabs. Shoot. They said what they were, doggone it. Striped shore crabs.
All right. They must be good to eat if they went that far over.
No kidding. Let's go to Disney World, where not everybody has a good time. A man's been arrested and charges have been filed, all because we have a line-cutting issue. The story goes that the man was waiting in line at Tiana's Bayou Adventure when an 18-year-old and her friend both tried to skip ahead of the line. The man allegedly attempted to block the teenagers, who then claimed that they were catching up to a friend that was waiting further up in the line, but this was not enough of an excuse for the man who refused to yield. Things escalated when the two attempted to push their way past, which the man responded to by pushing the 18-year-old, causing her to fall back on her friend. He denies shoving the girl, but he was arrested and faces a charge of battery. The girl's dad also voiced his displeasure at the situation, calling the man's actions, quote, inexcusable.
Well, also don't cut in line. I mean, just
were they going to meet other people?
That's what they said, but you don't know.
Well, I guess, yeah, that's kind of my question. He said the dad was pissed off.
I'm assuming you were going to meet other people only because it's Disney. The lines are notoriously long, so no one would willingly let you get in front of them.
I mean,
But he...
Go ahead,
I never
Mike.
quite backed up kids that they were catching up to somebody in line. Like, they never said that anybody caught up to them during this whole commotion. So, and I've seen videos of these young kids that, sorry, they're not waiting in line. They just skip ahead. They're just, well, I don't know why everybody's waiting. I'm just skipping ahead to the front. I've seen a handful of videos of them actually doing this at these parks, and it's...
Well, they just found out.
I don't know how this...
Somebody goes to the bathroom, someone goes, but by the time the line moves through, now you're going out under everybody, under the railings.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I've been to Disney World, and like you can do that. I've let somebody through to go to the bathroom. Or like sometimes we would run over to one ride and get fast passes, and then come back. But like we have the fast passes. We just connected, and they were like, all right,
sure.
But if they're just like, yeah, our friends are up there, you shouldn't push anybody. But I can get the guy being like, prove it.
Yeah, the guy didn't handle it right. But in the end, if you cut line, man, sometimes you catch hands. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's a fact of life.
A supervisor for Los Angeles County is calling for an FAA investigation after somebody in the area found themselves in the splash zone. Photos were shared to social media that shows a local home with a massive hole in the ceiling that stemmed from a large chunk of ice that reportedly fell through it. They noticed that there was a plane flying overhead at the time of the crash and are looking for an investigation into whether or not the ice originated from the plane. Nobody was injured, and the chunk is being preserved until it can be examined.
Is it just ice or one of those poop ices?
That's what they're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Dirty.
I mean, it's typically from the laboratory.
Dirty poop ice.
Dirty poop.
Did you
ice.
see
But
the
just in case
photos?
those stores-
I didn't.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is alarming.
Oh,
that
really?
They just went through their roof. Yeah.
And under their couch.
Yeah.
Or it stopped. Couldn't get through that couch.
We're lucky nobody was injured. Yeah.
Ice,
Just to get those stories such a bad taste in your mouth. We go to Ohio, where a crisis has been averted. A local volunteer group called Confirm OK is a system for local residents in which volunteers will call the local elderly folks just to check in and make sure that everybody's doing all right.
Hey, how you doing?
Alarms started getting... but alarms started getting raised when one of their 91-year-old seniors was not answering her check-in phone calls. They also received word that the woman's daughter was not able to reach her by phone either, and local authorities were called to do a welfare check. They arrived to find that the woman's car was outside of her home, but she didn't answer knocks at the door, and eventually they forced their way in. They did make their way inside, and they did find the 90-year-old woman enjoying herself playing video games. She's actually
nice.
She just had her headphones on. She couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, she was on like her highest score ever. So she was just locked in.
I'm not answering the door, man.
Oh yeah, man. Men's Room Sports got hockey on ESPN, UFL football on NFL Network, and the Mariners have Game 3 against San Diego currently underway over on Mariners TV. Boy, they gave up a bad one last night.
That was tough.
As far as your weather, golly.
Why? Just because you're up 6-0?
21.
So what? You know, anything can happen.
With a high of 58 tomorrow to welcome us into the weekend. That is up your headlines with that. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow for, I believe, a 420-inspired Bad Choice Friday.
You are 100% correct.
The return of Ted versus the FCC. The lovely Jolene's coming up here in just seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, Well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.